I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
To describe what was missed, to those who stayed above the lower hull of the ship, you floated past a yellowish white stone temple that looked to be lined with a dull ancient bronze or gold, followed by a series of open plains and distant jagged mountains, which you can only assume are the mountains of veiling a well-known Duragar dark dwarf settlement, the biggest on the continent, and you know from some of the people on board that can tell you it is veiled. And from the outside, it does look like a range of mountains on the edge of a wide desert, which is what you went to next. The edge of Brandt Gate, the White Wilds, a desert that took 5 whole days of your shipping journey to pass. You were about 500 meters out to sea, and as you traveled along the outer edge, eventually coming to a broken group of jagged mountains, which Smokey has never seen this angle from, but would recognize them if he didn't see it from this angle. These jagged mountains, which after one whole day you pass, it's a kind of nice, refreshing sight to a 5 days of desert journey. A certain pulse, a blue glow from the top of a city. From a distance, as you're still a full day away from the city, the most you can see is a faint pulsing blue light at the darkest hours of the night. And over the course of a morning that glows brighter, luckily by an afternoon when you guys dock, late in the afternoon, it is cloudy and heavily patched. Sky above you allows you, upon close arrival, to see the fact that the ground floor of the city is illuminated by a dull orange glow. And above the city, and as we return to the dusk of a day, as you depart from the shadows of the Crown Tide vessel behind you, you and ahead, as you take your final steps, some of you off the gangplank, ahead to hear, like a lawnmower 3 houses down, the humming and whirring of a chainsaw-like machine sound with a mix of a lightsaber also in there. Whispers and words spoken. The ones who communicated Jonathan with someone, a boy named Copper on the ship, found that they were called the Sword Keepers and held treasures of the king secured in the machines themselves. The sudden booming steps of a war machine with 4 visible mechanical arms wailing on an object low to the ground behind a building you currently can't see exactly. A part magical, part mechanical creation that sounds like the chainsaws, but visibly makes no wide spray of visual effects. This does cause maybe 2 dozen or 1.5 dozen of the moving people at the edge of the dock, at the very edge of the city, to stop, turn from their regular activities, face away from all of you, and face in towards what you can see is the main road right on the edge of the docks that goes all the way down the pier. You can see obviously there's another smaller road that heads inland and a few other cutoffs, but as you guys arrive, you're noticing there is even a guard, but his head is cocked towards the sound of the direction of the humming, buzzing sound. But you can definitely see that it's maybe it doesn't come down this way as often towards the very end of the pier, and a few people that look to have not ever been bothered by this before are stopping rather simply. You guys have a minute, maybe less, to all carefully make your way onto the actual dock. What is your first?
19. How fast is he moving?
Looks
Perception.
looks to be not faster with your suit active, so probably about normal speed, probably about normal. But it was at the time it was moving at a sprint, so 16 feet. You're noticing at the sprint.
The ship docked.
The ship is docked. A ramp has been allowed, so Moki and
They did a giant pile last time. That's great.
wasn't the same
I'm
ship.
glad I didn't fucking do it.
The anchor is set. The ship behind you. The captain waved you off.
Are we giving them our head?
No, we're taking that.
No, the cost for the ship had already been paid for, and your Duergar friend has been dragging around the head this whole time. Didn't mention him last time, but he is there, and as the rest of them is cloaked in a large hood. The only thing that is visible is his kind of white and brown beard.
It's not rotting, is it? Dragon meat doesn't rot.
It could smell of rot in a close proximity, but not with a dockside wind and enough breeze. All the scent is covered. So
Mid-afternoon.
you're getting a bit of sunlight on your back, so yeah, that's almost dusk, almost full dusk.
Alrighty then, we're at King's Bay. This place looks beautiful. What are we doing here?
In the distance, that's the end of that.
Let's find a tavern.
Do you have money for us?
I have 26 gold.
Right. 1 gold should get all of us like a week here.
Let's find a tavern and we can figure out what we want to do here. Or not be here.
Maybe we should stay away from the big, loud noise over there. Try to avoid it.
Probably not going to attack us unless we commit crimes.
Okay. Gotcha.
You see, there is now a blood spray for the people who can see,
Blood.
and some part of the dock leading up to the what looks to be kind of like a front dock blacksmith area soaks the floor and kind of like a downward
I can
spray
smell
arc.
blood.
Just obliterated a giant rat, did it? Delicious.
Or a giant human.
Big human.
And you listen to that hum grow quieter, but the footsteps still very loud. The humming gets quieter, and you guys have still maybe 30 seconds or so to begin moving.
Perhaps we move through the. Are there like
Yeah, so
back alleys
So-
in front of them? Oh wait, no, we're here.
this is you're right here. This looks to be another street leading further into the city. There's obviously another turnoff there you can kind of see, but this is the main road that just covers the edge of the pier.
Is that the one
So-
you're referring to?
This whole chunk here. This is like the very edge of the dock of the whole city. This is the wall of the city back here.
Is that building a bar or is that like a...
You're not like looking into it too well, but you can see a few people look to be just like sitting over it, looking over it, actually looking down at you. But you can see there are drinks in their hand.
Or you?
You three are all at the front.
One of you, somebody ask the captain where the closest tavern is.
Hey, Mr. Capitan.
Right, well,
You remember what the captain's name is, please?
I'm not gonna have his shit is buried in all my other shit. So you're gonna have to, you have to read that side.
Captain.
Clearly this character is not important and will never return.
Yeah. Captain Crunch.
Captain
Oh,
Crunch.
I remember my voice. Yes.
He was a tiefling,
It
realize.
was.
We're looking for a tavern or an inn. Do you know any?
Wait, you been looking for Port Wharf Hold
Okay.
or Hold Wharf?
Oh.
I don't remember exactly, but it's a bit of a side street journey, but it leads you back to the dock. Much like, and he points to the building, which you can see here. That's a private military suite, and obviously you can't see. He's just like saying it like you know. Private military suite for the more higher elites. They have fancy drinks.
But is it?
Wouldn't recommend you take the left lane, or you'll head straight to the King's Hold, where the military is.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying to Elvish to you, can you ask for a little flop house recommendation instead?
Yeah. Do you know any flop houses?
Yeah, the Wharf's Hold. It's on the edge of the Wharf's Hold market, and it does have a few homes. It's not a... I'm just looking at your type.
Yeah, appreciate that. What sort of direction is that?
It'd be along the main road lane there, and then you go about two or three blocks in.
Ask him the name of that road.
What's, sorry, my companion is incredibly specific. What is the name of that road?
Which road are you talking about?
The main...
The one that leads to Port Wharf Hold?
That's the one.
That'd be Prince Street.
Prince Street.
Yeah, you're leading there
You should reply back.
from the Aurora Road.
Alright, hold on, let me just... I say in English. It's Prince...
You can understand me.
Wait,
Have to.
what's the word for... And I say in common. What's the word for straight?
Straight.
Okay.
You're uncommon.
Straight.
It's Prince Street.
You can tell I'm speaking Elvish because I'm speaking normal.
The other part of the street is shitty.
No. Elves don't have streets.
Sorry, it's where Prince Street and Big Heart Street interconnect. You'd be looking,
intersection of.
and he points right here.
Sorry, big
You don't see.
That's right.
This is what we call the Pier's Low Lane. It's the main central road that goes along the edge of the pier and has the most back and forth traffic. I have not seen one of those hooking machines down this far in a while. Must be some vermin on the street.
Oh, they like... It's Terminators. They clean up...
Basically, anything that isn't looking with two legs.
Oh, sweet. So,
Horses are fine, but you do be worried if there's like some sort of monstrosity with four legs, you know. He says nervously.
Well, hopefully there is not that. Anyway, thank you for that. Here's your pay. I give myself a coin.
You might want to head to the Careful Knife, a barber on Castle Road, just so you can get yourself cleaned up. I know you don't have any paperwork anymore. You might want to get that checked with the Blue Office. They're law holders. They take care of the registration here. And he points ahead, obviously, you don't, but Melion, you catch, he's pointing straight to the guard.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here, and he said, the law hold officers stay around here a lot looking for registration for people hopping off the dock. You might have a chance of getting away now.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for being so customary to us.
Well, you do look kind of homeless, so I know that the Brandt gate is bad. No, don't worry. I'm not judging you from where you came. I'm just saying, in order to meet these people with the same level of respect, you just need a few chopping on the cheeks, you know what I'm saying?
Like get a haircut.
Kind of an all-over cut. You're a hairy man, is all I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah.
Seems like it's been a while since you've had some clippers.
Yeah. All right. Well, we best make our do. It has been a real royal pleasure.
You say it's been awful having you just weighing the boat down for 9 days.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, I should have charged more. He turns around and walks
Didn't we give you like 9 days?
That means it's the 24th of July.
It was a great time.
It is the 26th.
Didn't we give you a whole last dragon?
9 days. It took 2 more days for the ship to come.
What the hell?
Sorry.
No, we're taking
Liam, it's down a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 100 gold.
Tell me. Always tell me.
All right, lads.
Fundy trip.
So we want to go to the building where the law house and the Careful Knife to get a haircut. Then we also want to go down Prince Street and find ourselves
Big Hot Street.
the Port Wharf, or whatever the hell it was called. Port Half Wharf.
Old.
Let's go there.
Same thing.
What part of town is that in?
That's down the road.
He genuinely will look down the wrong direction because he's not.
Pretty sure it's that way. I'm pointing at a building.
Pretty well. I currently have a ratty cloak on, which is covering my neck completely.
This is also a good point to mention. Like, so these blue glows, I'm going to turn this off for convenience of me. Murky, you need to tell me how subtle are you trying to move through the city? Like, are you doing the
So pretty much, I'm a centaur
Guardians of the
wearing
Galaxy,
a
like
cloak,
hitting
which
a
only
ship
covers
very
my
slowly?
human half,
Dude, do you remember all of those drawbacks he took?
and like
Yeah.
a lump
Yeah,
scarf
it's
with
like
a
a
crown in it.
-7 to disguise.
Oh yeah.
You should make a disguise check if no one else helps.
Sure, I can do that.
I forget. Did you?
You're not proficient, so you have to be 10. You can't.
I disguised him.
Oh, 10 for my 10 position.
Yes. So he's very clearly a centaur with a rag over him.
Yeah. The only thing I'm trying to hide is the markings on my deck.
Totally, okay.
Captain said we can get ourselves maybe some papers if we talk to one of the guardsmen that like sits around near here.
I don't want to talk to any guards.
Well, I get some papers. Apparently they're like used to people not having papers.
Crown type ship.
Okay.
Your captain's name
if things
is
do go
Captain
wrong.
Soaring Eagle Wagner.
That's right. They have Native American names. I respect
V-O-G-N-A.
that.
Wait, we've already left him.
Captain
Captain
Faulkner.
Wagner. V-O-G-N-A.
Oh.
He's Soaring Eagle. This is
Yeah, but pretty much that's what Captain High Tide said.
Alrighty then.
but you did see most of you had actually seen the direction the captain had pointed, and it was mostly kind of like in this direction, but he did also gesture towards this main path and once to this side track.
He said, "Don't go left," but I don't know which left that was.
There's humans
I think it
down
is
there to the left.
This is like the
soldier
only
cabin,
solid
whatever's
side.
going on in that building over there.
That makes sense. He said, "Avoid. If you go left, that leads you straight to the main king's military something."
If we go to a authority person, which we definitely should, they're going to want to question everyone, including these abominations who cannot talk.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blacksmith, just like he's gone back to his post. He's just sitting at the well. You're on the
I
side.
did forget we are traveling with. Yeah.
You can hear in the quiet distance like.
How am I the least problematic one?
Gunther?
Just how it is.
Gunther?
Yes, sorry.
You have a lot of stuff.
It's
You need help, but didn't you have a bunch of ingots as well?
It's like a Santa sack. He's just dragging.
Everybody grab something.
Gunther.
Everybody who's strong, grab something.
Remember, you still owe
Jonathan,
us.
get your boys to carry
That's
something.
what the dragon head's
Yeah,
for.
good.
Yeah.
Does anyone need help?
Maybe someone
Yes,
help him with
so you did have 2 dragon heads, but one was a gift to the captain, so for another reason, you also paid. I know why.
Just be nice.
Just
For
to
real.
stop him from poking. Yeah.
So I don't want to drag around 2 of these things. By me, I mean.
And as you guys begin your journey, so you pass by the edge of, pass around where there's a group of people kind of watching. You see a kind of a gory, half split in half giant rat on the ground dead.
Also, Captain said, as long as we have 2 legs, we're fine with robots.
Or if you're a horse.
As he says that, the 2 perceptive people make a perception check. Because now
I'm
you're just...
perceptive.
Totally, you too. You're crossing into the eye line of the monster. 19?
18. Sorry.
18?
16.
16. Okay, so 23 was the highest. So, Cornell says, walkers with 2 legs, we should be fine. And you start to hear Monkey trot because he wasn't moving. And then you hear the war machine in a kind of a distant area to you, but you're pretty aware of the kind of the low vibration it gives. It makes one solid that was a kind of off sound, but very much like a click rotor sound.
I think we should get moving.
That was just when you heard the first one.
That.
Off monkey.
Guys, I think you're reacting to monkey.
You look at it, and it hasn't moved. Like, it's still looking down at the slayed rat.
No.
Are there any other horses around here?
Did you not hear that loud ass sound?
No, it didn't make any noise.
It went clickety clack, and it hasn't done anything yet.
No. Look, Monkey, just be ready to run away.
No, I've got a good idea. I pick up a crate, which obscures my phone from the robot, and I just hold it.
Monkey, now that's theft.
I'll bring the crate down.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine then.
You see one person who was like half in a boat, jumps out very quickly and runs over to you. Please don't take that. And you feel it's heavy, and you can feel there's a kind of scent wafting through. It smells like fish.
5 tons off the ground. With 5 tons of fish, I could.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's not yours.
It's about 300 kilos of fish.
Just
now.
put it down and
Put it down.
grab one of the sacks you're holding and put it in front of you instead.
Okay.
Hey, the dragon head! Just put the sack in front
Or
of it!
that too. That
Well,
was.
Okay, so
Dragon
now people will be looking at
No,
you.
it's in a sack. It's just very bloody.
And enormous.
buddy.
I mean, it's better in a sack.
Alright,
Probably smells like
little
smart.
man pulling a sack.
Sorry, Mr. Budman.
Oh, no. I don't know what it is. Is it small?
No,
Just takes like the
I mean,
Go on the
Just
side,
like
gets
has to
all
go straight away.
this is him.
See part of the bottom of the
Wait a
box
minute.
just crack. It's like,
Do you
just
see
you
that?
leave and you hear him like
There's a bunch of there's a crowd forming over
Are
there.
you joking?
They're mostly beginning to disperse because they've just watched this creature get slain. A rat is bisected in the center by
It's a
what
giant
looks
rat.
like.
Big
A group of people watch the
Think
tiny
of a
rat
normal
get
size
killed.
rock.
Well, no.
Like I mean, between a Rottweiler and
That's a fucking big rat.
Apparently they don't come over this place. And they just kill anybody
Very big
on the
rat.
flag. Gross.
Having a giant robot kill every small rat, it seems vastly
That
inefficient.
seems incredibly efficient. I mean, we used to have people.
What if one runs into a home? Will the robot go into the home?
As you guys start to walk down the main road, you actually hear the thing make 2 steps. And then 2 more steps. And in its own pattern, probably, now that it's not running, it's now just slowly walking behind you. And starting to walk back down the main road. No one is acting weird, it's all very normal to them.
If it attacks you, just run away.
And it's, I mean, not technically keeping pace with Moki, but it's keeping pace with you guys. You walk down glass or something.
I've never seen a robot before.
Well, it's holding 4 swords,
A robot, you
so
say?
if you think that's cool.
I thought it was a golem.
Is that all the same thing?
As you take a...
Those are the same things, yes.
Ray, you're not proficient in Arcana, are you?
Sorry, it's the Barzad way of saying golem.
Might be one of
That's
the...
what we're using.
Might be one of the
For
few
reference,
times
they are not the same thing, though.
you just understand that
They are the same thing.
magic is being produced, but you don't know the source exactly. Like, each of those arms don't look to be slightly transparent, not actual blades.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I've never seen
They're
you
at the
before.
front, so it'd be, yeah, at the front it's
Look
Jonah,
at that
it's
lad.
Necrodamos, it's
Transparent like a
Ray, and
crystal?
it's Cicero. Almost invisible kind of. When it's quieted down, you can see it's a lot less. Like, it's just a kind of half-shadowed blue sword in the socket.
Falling behind is 3 undead fucks.
That's 5 in total.
5 undead.
You've got Ray's costume dog. You've got 4 from Necrodamus, including the Death Knight.
Why are we worried about me? There's fucking undead here. The most of the
We're
goblins
not
are
worried
attacking.
about you. We're worried about the 50 undead. They're full legs. Fair enough.
Felix heard the right part of that statement. No, seriously.
That's
Yeah.
all I need to know.
And as far as you're aware,
Maybe the dog has full legs.
No, he's got 2 legs.
How do you know?
He's bipedal.
There's a party of 10
he's
just
bipedal.
walking down the
It's
street.
just the main road of the pier.
And then its 2 front legs are just up in the air.
guys, so you know, I'm not
He's
gonna
bipedal.
tell you the DC for the city for these particular ones. So perception checks and stealth checks, I'm not gonna tell you the DC for the city until there's a definite reason. Like you're right on that.
Oh, well, you
cuff.
don't tell the days.
Do it for a lot.
They start doing them all.
Yeah,
you
this
know,
can't
but,
be.
you know, but
But I want you on the pier to all roll me stealth checks.
Right now?
This is just how well you can try to blend in with your 10 group environment. And kind of like surround them, obfuscate people from looking at them, that sort of thing. Most of them Jonathan has
Yeah.
cured. Jonathan, you do not have to roll for your undead, just for you, and allow that to be considered the same.
Do I roll for sure? Yes, it's on Saturday.
there's a bunch.
I'd just
You
say-
can tell it's an undead.
I'd say,
I think I should.
yeah, sure.
I roll exactly the same as I roll for perception.
Actually, yeah, I definitely should combine sheets.
I got 12.
I roll a 3 again.
Oh,
I got a 26.
30.
30?
So for me, it's
Solid.
for me it's 2.
Oh.
For Shiro, it's I don't know what's the stealth +3, 7.
So 2 of you pass the stealth check for the city.
Oh no.
Wait. Oh shit. I thought I did good.
I rolled a 4 minus 2.
I guess you did do good, Moki. 12 is pretty good.
It's above average.
Yeah, it's good. It's good enough.
Roll 15.
Probably.
The small settlement has grown so much
And as
since
you
our last meeting.
As you're like curving on the
Very
main road and
interesting.
around, you're noticing out of your peripheries, you're more and more buildings. Like the city on your horizon line is still growing as you move.
Just everybody keep an eye out for priests.
Cicero, you have a very clear idea of
I'm right
you
here.
have a great idea of the size
Oh,
and qualitative formation of like an elven city, you realize you pack a lot more people in the city. The city's maybe four times the size of that.
Very large.
Even
We
just,
will know.
you're just like looking at a coastal angle.
Stupid humans. Don't realize that you can just make rooms on top of rooms.
And it's yeah, you're right. It's messy. Like this whole place is kind of half one-story
Urban
scrambled
planning,
buildings.
not your forte.
Exactly. Looks like it was maybe a rush job on the whole thing. Doesn't mean it doesn't look nice from a human's mindset, maybe. We move forward, but Cicero and Ray, your perception scores alone tell you that behind the robot, that is now kind of slowly losing pace. Like you can keep up a little bit more pace than the robot's very steady motion. It is now being flanked by 4, 2 on either side. And they are
robots.
no, sorry, not any more of them. Although you do hear ahead of you, maybe about half, that 100 meters or so, you're hearing another sound of footsteps. But it sounds like it's heading left. But you were told your port harbor hub was on the dock on the right. But yeah, the machine behind you is now flanked by 4 individuals in black armor. I mean, if you're not actually glancing behind them, you're just seeing kind of the shadow forms, so 2 on either side flanking the one.
So they're a bit behind the robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, they've given the robot some space, but the robot has also either slowed down or you've sped up a bit.
Can I do an inside check on any one of those 4 to see if they're like glancing at the robot or if they're glancing at us?
Cool, totally.
That is high. What is my insight? It's nat 18 plus. Is it something different in this?
Let's go perception.
Sense motive. So 28.
Actually, non-core perception.
Yeah,
You absolute dunce.
That's the point that we go. Take it.
You have. You notice that they've got like a dull ember spark to their eye sockets. So it's weirder that you're not like it's a helmet and a visor and some sort of.
That sounds
The only signature you're getting is that there's like 2 little dull ember, like you kick a hole out of the fire, and that's what it looks like.
Was that 4 guys who joined the robot? Or
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 on either side flanking.
Okay, is it like a guard helmet or just like a regular?
It's the weirdest guard helmet. Like you've seen some of the ones that were not patrolling here, but actually up on. They were in this building here, leaning over a balcony to look at you. They had kind of.
Is it like full plate?
Yeah, these guys look to be full plate, but it's black.
So it's like that Ebony Knights from Skyrim.
And they have a cloak.
They have one mantle
Sick.
over one shoulder, and all of them have the same mantle.
Any iconography on them?
Very dark, kind of hard to see, but there's an outline of some gold symbol that looks either like a teardrop or a weird shaped something. It's hard. It's kind of like an outline, and they're a good distance back. Now that you're looking at them, and Ray, you're just trying to do like careful head turn perception checks, so that you're not like fully turning around to look at them. They do notice.
What are you doing?
You notice Cicero turn. You watch 2 of them just snap, like they were looking at the robot or directly ahead of the robot, and then look slightly to the left, acknowledging that you look back. And then by time you notice the guards more on the right side, the ones that weren't looking at him, are looking at you. And the are just slightly raised from above the robot.
Benefactor Melion. Wait,
Cicero.
Cicero.
You're doing good.
What is happening? You seem to be
We have 4. Big 4 on our tail. Now you know of organization with black armor, golden teardrop sort of thing.
In here?
Yes.
Black armor's familiar,
With
but
big
not the
bullet,
teardrop.
Oh, tear.
It's like a.
Sure, it's a teardrop.
Golden teardrop.
You know
We're
perception
pretty
check.
far away.
Oh, black.
Sorry. History. Sorry. This might even be local.
Oh, religion.
Yes. But yes, yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's fine.
Cool.
John,
I don't remember anything about
Oh,
this.
actually, never mind.
5.
The profession's good.
no, I'm not too familiar. But would you like me to check if they're another worlder? I can do that quite discreetly.
I feel like
They're about 60 feet from you.
I feel like they're just guards of this area.
You know that the perdition
Remember
tends to
that
wear
glowing
black armor, but
is
Yes,
it
but
usually
also
plate? Like, I know in Calgo it is.
big thing with
no,
more glowing balls.
and it's not normally pure. Yeah, just pure
I
black.
don't think anything around here is normal.
They could be the perdition. If they are, best be careful. But they're usually,
That's
I mean,
position.
they look different from where I'm from.
I think they're like religious forces.
They're like real bad people.
Opens his hand
They're
in
like
a weird
religious.
signal of a sign.
Or the 12.
If they can sense magic, they will notice.
They're like running. They're a band of thugs, basically.
As I basically cast Detect Undead, except it works on Fey, all outsiders, Fey, astral creatures, ethereal creatures, and corporeal creatures.
Jesus Christ. Impressive.
So Moki becomes fey, visible to you, undead around you.
It is 60 feet.
Concentration one.
Yeah,
60 feet.
It's
a 60
So
feet
he
time.
launches it behind him with his.
So right at the cusp, and this is living creatures, fey and undead,
So it's all outsiders,
all outsiders too.
Which
Fey
are like,
undead, and astral
Celestial
beings,
things.
and yeah,
Basically anything that doesn't come from this plane.
is that it, or is that more?
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's also incorporeal, but it doesn't matter.
Does
too
it
much
use
for the
the, like,
situation.
Does it use the wording for Detect
Yes.
Undead?
Yes.
It's the same.
Oh,
it just
it has
says
more-
extra.
Yeah.
That's
it has like
deja vu, I don't know
So
why.
I was like round.
Yeah, it gets better with rounds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. To focus.
I'm going to say that you do not catch anything.
If we should
You
probably,
don't catch it.
Well, every round it will increase. If they
based
stay
on
in
the
there.
fact that two Ellers
They're around
have
that
the
cusp, but you
worship
know
here,
that they're not.
I think it'd be smart to treat them as the divine perdition. In which case, best be fucking careful.
Alrighty then.
Because if they see anything wrong with us, they will burn us to the stake instantly.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Just make sure y'all got that straight. They are thugs.
And as you're moving on, you're knowing you're being followed. Now you can stay on the main road as long as you want. There are plenty of other side streets to go on, and the captain did tell you that you have to go through a side street to get to the port.
Yeah. He didn't.
He didn't tell you where
Great.
because you cut him off, but
Should we stay on the main road for safety in case if they attack us, there'll be a crowd of
you know
people
the
around
words.
us?
I think if they attack us, a crowd will probably cheer them on.
How big are the like average alleyways? Are there ones that are 5 feet? Or are they usually like 10 feet or
Yeah,
something?
minimum for the road appears to be 10 feet, I think. Like Captain said.
Or like alleyways?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the
I'm
thinnest-
just wondering if we could lose this big thing in the alleyway if we had to run into them.
Probably not. It's like
No.
this whole. I mean, yeah, there are thinner alleyways that you'll get a lot of cover from, but not necessarily not fitting this type of approach to make
Does
so far.
Marky know if King's Bay laws are the same as Serotonin laws?
Yeah, Kings Bay is the founding city. So Serotonin was designed by this king's intention 50 years ago.
So
to
King's Bay did the
establish-
same thing to runaway slaves that Century does.
Is there any of the elf one?
No.
Serotonin is between the elf and these.
It's all sanctuary.
Yeah, there's a lot of history bloodshed from Kings Bay, but because your ancestors were never involved with the giants that you were told.
I'm more speaking about how if someone's branded a slave, ran away, and the gods find someone who's branded a slave.
Good chance.
Cool.
Yeah. If they're interconnected as much as underground political systems, then maybe.
The captain said 2 to 3 blocks, and then I think we take a ride.
Jonathan?
Okay.
Depending on how strong they are, I can get stunned if their hit dice is double my level.
Well, that's if they are of any of those types.
Of the types.
Yeah.
Because you see an aura, and then if that aura is like too
I
big,
just
then
let
you're
you
like,
know.
ah, fuck.
Next
pretty
round,
cool.
I will be stunned.
That's pretty
if
sick.
it is stronger.
Could
Alright.
if one of the no, you would let us know anyway. I was gonna say if that starts attacking something,
Yeah, totally. You'll even hear it speed up in that same instance where you heard it speed up to begin with. And then it's
Are we able to
slowly-
perhaps ditch the unwelcome company?
We
of
could try,
our
but-
kind?
I'm not great at stealthing away.
I mean, like, maybe asking Shira to take the other direction. Same with your
Not a
fellas.
bad idea.
Because I reckon they're probably chasing them, not us.
That's a pretty good idea.
If they're all...
But I recommend Mark should stay with us. A Death Knight definitely should not be left alone.
Yeah, but ain't that just a stronger form of
We
undead?
need a place to store these heads fast.
Why?
Or we can't just keep them in a pen.
Why?
Because they're not smelling on the course, but they will
I feel
smell.
like Shira should be last resort to leave because I can't
Well,
contact.
I feel like if you're going to leave any, you leave the weakest ones, because they look the least.
Jim,
The
Could you
strongest
also
ones
hide?
show the most.
Couldn't you hide the bones in the water and just let them just hide under the dock?
That's actually, there's somewhat of a point of that.
Not a bad
But
idea.
if these are classically trained,
They could be looking under.
clerics,
Oh no.
they got funky shit. They can see through. Just
you
got
are somewhat
We being
correct.
followed? It's like totally other.
Four.
Yes, if these guys do confront us,
You're somewhat correct that we
we'll
could
probably have
hide
to
them
run
under the docks.
back.
But the maintenance of keeping their bodies fresh and looking nice.
Maybe just get them to walk into an alleyway on our left, and then if they follow, we know they were chasing them, not us.
Jim, Jebian. Split.
So the three.
That doesn't work
three
fast at all.
You've got one Death Knight and then the three non-Death Knights.
But Death Knight's with us though.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
They are.
I'm talking about you.
They're mindless undead.
They're mindless.
They don't have a
So they
sense.
literally just do
So
it.
they're just gonna wander the city.
So no, these are these your luring distractions? Like, what do you want to do? You tell me, and then we can make a roll if you want to make them like actually try to look like they might be luring.
I think you should do staggered, so one leaves and then a bit after the other leaves.
Might not be epic, they roughly at the same time.
Yeah, that looks
That
fast.
sucks. Yeah, that is cool. But sucks.
It's only one at a time. One of them will leave on a very side street.
Cool. Okay. Make
Yeah.
make individual stealth checks for me for the three in separate. You know.
Alright. Holy shit, this also did well.
Try to roll low, probably.
Actually, low isn't a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah. These ones have. Let me just double check the stats. That's 12 dex, so that's +1. 16 for the first one.
12 deck zombies? I mean, they're skeletons.
Kind of makes sense.
Perhaps just let one not roll.
12 for the second one.
It's usually just mental stats are really low. I mean, I guess
And,
in five,
6
it's
for the
like
last
7.
Cool. Okay, that's it's about
You would think zombies would be slow.
steady.
The zombies are slow.
But
The
a skeleton,
skeleton is
undead tag makes
Is
up
that
for
the
stats.
best
but
knights?
Yeah.
If you had literally got one DC higher, DC 17, where one of your skeletons would go, he'd be never found again. But you're not. Well, it's kind of like the pig's chase.
At the very end, he says, when they're all leaving, return to me at the end of the day.
It is the end of the
where
day.
you are?
You mean dawn?
Yeah.
Like the next morning? Okay. So they begin to just take off into the side streets. You're noticing the actual road of the side streets is 10 foot, and little side paths are 5. That's the thinnest these alleyways go. So 20 foot wide but even, it's got a little bit of like give. Sometimes they go back to 15 feet wide, but still normally roughly 20. Big roads here, you're looking at 40 feet wide to 30 feet, allowing 2 carts to pass through easily. And as you guys are making your way down for maybe now an hour, just straight walking on the main road, you've set off 2 of them in, let's say, 20 minutes apart. 3. So over the hour period, you've separated them all.
I think we missed that one.
Cicero, you notice ahead, it's kind of like the main road comes to an end, and you can see where it's like just an underpart of the harbour, where basically this building chunk here is at the very edge of the dock. And you can see it says something about cutting. There we go. The careful knife.
Oh, actually, he said we should go there.
You can't say it's a
barber. It's not.
Did I say it out loud?
No.
Well,
I just said he saw it.
You're
But-
dumb.
and you can see there are a set of sheer like
Oh my God, you
sign
can
on the
see?
side.
That's crazy.
But
Man takes his blindfold off.
there is a pathway
As it's showing
basically
you guys.
right around it, and you can
Shut
see that road where it's like it's a laneway road that's leading to a straight T cutoff. This
Wait.
is Prince Road,
Can I
No.
insight check him?
Prince Street.
Can I'm trying to figure out if he was like trying to talk in code, and maybe the rusty knife is like a, or whatever the knife is like a fucking thieves guild or something. I'm terrible at this.
This is an old inside check. Everyone.
Yeah, I failed.
Too bad
12.
Too bad thieves doesn't exist.
Can I assist
It's not real.
also there in the conversation?
He's literally standing next to you.
Yeah, sure. You can add +2. Fail.
What a coinky so did
Can't
I.
give me +2.
Genuinely, Cornell looks homeless.
Yeah.
So good chance he was just being a good guy, but
Just rude.
you can see it's kind of like a kind of black inside. You can see there's probably one lantern illuminated by what you can see is one, and this is a kind of a rarity, but a display glass window that is tinted. Not many of them are apparent, but they are slowly becoming more and more popular in local neighborhoods with storefronts, specifically ones that require you to see one or two men inside being groomed. One looks like a dwarf, and you can see he's like just talking. Like that massive thick jaw, you can just see it just rattling.
Fucking yapper.
But, that's behind the glass window, and there is, that Prince Street is there, just beside the barber. Head down there, you're probably directly on the path he said to lead you to the blue house.
Did we want to stop here and give
Sure, where?
Oh, we are at the barber.
Oh yeah, he said I should get a haircut here.
Might be beneficial.
Is one you able to pay for me?
Do you want that haircut?
You can see there are signs, if you get closer, there's
He
signs
does
in the
look
front.
disheveled.
Hair shave, 5 copper, trim 9 copper, shave 8 copper, beard trim 6 copper, a full cut, a silver and 2 copper, a style, a silver and 6 copper, a wig, 2 silver and 2 copper, 1 gold, 9 silver and 6 copper for surgery, and a tooth pull, 9 silver and 8 copper.
God damn.
Alright, I might just get a cut.
Dental service is expensive.
A cut.
That's probably the only guy
I'm gonna have
doing
2
it in this
cops.
area.
Yeah, we're actively getting chased out of the city right now.
You see, as you pause, the guards are approaching, but they're 60 feet away. They just
Perhaps
look
if we
behind.
stop,
Well,
they'll
like
walk
another
by.
Have you guys look behind you though, to the guards since the
Yes.
separation?
No.
You noticed a few people panned off, like from your crew,
Oh.
and only one of the Black Knights is left.
Oh, it's left.
One has gone and has succeeded in stealth on most of you.
And the big golem is still behind the mountain.
But equally as slow, you might think, now that you're thinking about it, you're pretty sure it's not moving at its regular speed. Like it's probably at about a 20-foot warp speed. So it's actually pretty slow, just at a normal energy reserving state.
I think we should stop here and see what the guard does.
Right.
I think I should go talk to him.
So, I think we should
I don't have
wait
any
before
less
that.
change.
Do you have like
Wait for what?
anything I can
You asked the 1,000-year-old guy, you got some like old money.
Would you look? I can give you a haircut.
I don't know about professionals.
I have been around for a long time.
Remind me how much it was for a hair trim?
Just for a hair shave,
I guess a normal
complete
shave.
like
Like a haircut.
just a cut,
Yeah, what's the
1
whole-
silver, 2 copper.
Can you give me
A
2
full
copies?
shave is
I
5
can pay with a silver.
I'll just get out silver. Ding.
Thank you. Alright, I'll see you guys in
I'm
30
assuming
minutes.
from the look of this door, they
Alright,
30 minutes? That's pretty quick.
They do tooth pulls and surgery, so it's a weird barber.
As you do.
Well, that's pretty standard
That's normal,
practice for a while.
Back then, yeah.
Okay.
And for a horseman, you're like, damn,
Alright,
you can't read.
see you all in a bit.
Alright then.
And I head inside.
Okay, you head inside, and we can kind of cut this, but
No.
you notice
Grab it right
that,
now.
okay, there is kind of an interesting large shelf on one side with a bunch of authentic hair wigs.
Wow.
This is kind of like a beautiful parlor central
Wigs are
area.
expensive.
David,
so-
you're allowed to cut this.
No,
Okay.
you can hear gossip.
Ooh.
Yes.
What's the gossip? Standing next to the window.
No, you cannot hear. What's called an entity, you can hear gossip.
Excuse me?
But,
What did you just say to me?
hey, yeah, well, yeah, prove me wrong. Do it. Do it.
These
That one.
NFL.
The DC was 12.
13. Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, so you can hear inside about
I hit it too.
half as much as Cornell can hear. Actually, no, I'd be wrong. It'd be 15 because it's glass.
Goddamn.
It's not wood.
Yeah.
There is a, like, you realize she's got her hands around your waist faster than you realized. A woman that's breathing at your chest.
What is she?
She's a dwarf, and you realize that because her breath is like, pretty potent.
You're racist.
Hey, that's good. What? Actually, you look like a.
You smell like shit. And blood.
Have you had a bath, dear?
Potentially not for like, at least.
Hey, but look, I'd be happy to provide it for you. It's not our usual service, so it costs you about an extra gold, but I'd be happy to give you the spare room.
I'm really sorry, I'm slightly short on cash at the
Oh,
moment.
totally understand.
He has a weird definition
Time
of
is
blood.
hard.
I've managed to scrounge up enough just for a cut.
Oh, beautiful. And you feel her hand kind of pull out your hand in that kind of like put the money in your own hand for her.
Oh yeah, you are.
1 gold,
2 silver.
2 silver.
Well, for the cut.
Yes.
My friend said it was a silver and 2 copper.
She's sort of like groping him a little.
I can hear everything.
She's also, you can see with her other arm, she's like patting Cornell up the side, but she's shaving the dwarf's like ball. She's giving him a full buzz cut.
She's offered to clean him.
She's multitasking.
From
No. Now that he says that,
Oh, you know, it ain't doing the stock market trading. It's like,
What the fuck?
you, she
Trading
sits you down and she gives you back the change. She puts in your hand very
Thank you,
gently.
Tower City. They already
Gives you
invented
the
fake
nice,
money.
like, elderly mother rub of the hand. You're like, this is a big. She says, you know, the beard itself, it's growing, but do you want it cut, or would you rather keep it?
I mean, look.
It's
one
the
year-
rest of your money to shave the beard off. It's a 8 copper just for the.
Do you think it makes me look disheveled?
I mean, look, I don't have to shave it all off if you don't want. It'd still cost 8 copper, but I can tidy it up.
I'm used to sort of keeping a goatee. It's sort of.
Interesting.
Well,
You're not from Kings Bay, are you?
No, I'm from Caligo.
So,
I
is
think
anyone
that's
scouting
definitely-
ahead, or is everyone turning back to the guards? Is this what's
I'm
happening?
gonna go to a random passerby and ask where
Totally.
the tavern is. Where the Port Wolf Hole Inn or
I'm
tavern
leaning
is.
on the outside of this establishment.
Cool. Okay, so waiting for the guards to come to you.
So you said it's been 2
They can't
hours?
still coming to you.
2 hours? Or an hour and a bit? Since we got here, sorry.
Yeah, about an hour and a
Is
half.
it getting darker now?
I love how you guys wait.
It was like early dusk, so the light's falling onto you.
It's jealous.
we're talking.
The light from dusk. It's like you've got maybe 45 minutes of sunlight left.
So, who needs sunlight?
You find a random guy.
Oh, hello, sir.
He's got 2 sacks over his shoulders, just walking past you.
Sorry.
What do you need?
I'll walk with him. Sorry to bother you. I just, do you know where they...
Hey, Rock.
Nice to meet you, Rock, and Cicero. Do you know where they Port Wolf Hole Inn is? They're just the closest tavern or inn.
Oh yes, and he literally, like, you can see, there's good guns on this guy. Like, he's been carrying stock
guy.
his whole life, and he's maybe only like 25. Rough voice, like he's a smoker, but he points with the sack and with like 4 fingers. Just down the street and to your right, looks like the end of a road where there's obviously water and there's no dock, but it's just like the port end. You can see there's 1 door and 1 bar sign at the very end of the street.
Oh, it's up there. Thank you so much, Rock.
This is Old Old Port for you, my good man. And there's a...
They don't happen to have, like, stabling services, do you? I don't think my...
I mean, first, and he points like just like where that main street goes to the port. He points kind of like adjacent left, and there's another road that leads out further. He says, "Yeah, just follow that road there, and you hit the markets. There's probably 1 or 2 holds for horses, probably. But you know, it's not necessarily cheap if you're not a member." And he just walks off.
member. Have a good evening.
Well, what did you find out?
He's over there. Oh, no, I missed that. Not
Should
that
we
one.
go check in while he's having his
Yeah, probably.
Okay, you guys go here, go there, I'll stay here.
Okay.
Look, now that Cornell mentioned it, I think my gold will not be very suitable for this place.
No, unlikely.
We're just quite old, yes.
I think
Does anyone else have any gold?
we're all broke.
I have 26 gold.
I have
And a bunch of silver and copper.
a lot of gold.
How much gold do you have?
So moving away
Enough.
from the border.
How much?
200.
Yes.
I'm not gonna steal it from you. How much gold do you have?
198.
Okay, that's a useful amount of gold.
I mean, you could obviously see that was probably a bar sign he was pointing to, so that you know where that location is.
I remember, the building's not gonna move.
But yeah, I mean, you're just like you're listening in but not being visible type of thing. Like, you'll notice it.
I'm just giving a glance, and if there's something shady happening, I'm gonna go out. But if it's fine, I'll walk.
Yeah, there's 3 black guys and 1 short, stout guy talking to Ray and the horseman. The robot is about
You mean
10
like
feet
actual
behind.
black guys or black armored
Black
guys?
armored guys. Like, I'm sorry. Jesus. Making me sound like a racist, Nick.
I'm just...
I am not.
I should not have
What a strange thing to say.
I should not have split the group with you and left those two alone.
Now the guards approach you and just get
With
within.
him, right?
Yeah.
The guards get within 10 feet of you two. And you
I
went with
will
Cicero?
eavesdrop, yes, but I won't come out now.
He just finds the right like,
Is this after he's come back from talking
No,
about?
he skirted the corner with the guy that he ran in the cup, and Jonathan walks away.
So this is while he's talking to Rob.
Yeah, that
Split
whole
off and they use
that whole
opportunity.
minute
So it
part
costs you
is
probably-
minute it took to get street behind you guys, and as you have turned your back, you're noticing that the black guards and the robot had slowed down. The black guards now precede the robot, so they move in front of the robot as the robot slows down more. And from a corner of a different street, you see coming out looks to be another dwarven-looking man, very well trimmed, purple and red striped overcoat, with little like white outlines. Very astute looking, with whispers, strong. People's you're in
for it.
You're in the barber shop. You're in the barber shop, bro. That's where the whispers are. That's where all the haunting sounds come from.
Ignore the screams.
That's what Cicero was hearing from outside. It's like,
Oh, that's where the surgery is.
That makes sense.
and you see he's holding like another bound scroll. It's kind of aged paper.
No, no. People being harmless though.
The guards stop 10 feet away from you. The robot stops 25 feet away from you, and the
Personal
little
space.
wolfman, well dressed, parts the group.
Which group? Do we split up or are we still together?
Yeah,
Well,
if
we're like,
you're either with
we're
me,
like
Yeah.
walking distance,
So
we can
I
run
wait
towards
outside
you.
the bar.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
outside the
So
bar. you're
it's
with me.
just you two, and
We're like very
and
Take
the
me
dog.
away.
Did Gunther come with us?
The dog.
Gunther, the dwarf.
Oh yeah, Gunther would
Gunther.
No, he'd probably stay with these guys. Yeah, unless you called him.
I'm just leaning against the door.
Yeah.
Like, very
I just
nonchalantly.
walked up to a random
Gunther
guy.
just needs a break. He's been carrying a sack that's like 3 times his body size. Like he's
Yeah.
just like. I know this might seem abrupt, but the academy here is well versed in your kind. You may not be tracked out there, and this guy's parting the little group in front of you. You can kind of hear him roughly, like you're. You
Or
look
just
out
saying it out loud.
through the glass window, and he's looking at your group, but you can't see.
Does he have to do a 13 DC?
No, this
Because
was
he
more
can't
out.
look up.
Okay.
He's parting the guards and the robot, and he's just looking at basically at the glass window where you guys are all resting.
You should make a 13 DC if you can hear through the glass.
I already did. I got a
Yeah, he
19.
did.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, so you're hearing this.
Shut up, Aiden.
You may not be tracked up there, but the sword keepers are designed to detect the wildlings within 60 feet, but never to harm. He's got like a really crooked main pointed finger. Or to take action. We know how easily you get spooked. And he just looks at you. Within 2 minutes of your arrival, 2 powerful city officials took action on your behalf. This paperwork he's holding in his hand was written by a centaur like you,
Oh.
for you.
Oh.
I
Look at that, your dad's
It's the greatest city ever.
looking after you.
know that I cannot read this. I am a counselor of the peer. My purpose was delivering you this paperwork.
This sounds reasonable.
I couldn't have imagined this was my job.
Sounds
And
very
he
generous.
hands it to the closest person. So actually, you'd say probably hand it to Ray first because you're the one.
Thank you.
The centaur does not look
Responsible
appealing.
owner.
I'm going to start reading it.
It is in Sylvan, which you read.
I can start reading it. Don't worry, I'm your attorney.
Hello, Father.
It's been a long time since we've talked.
Hi, son.
I need you to buy me some groceries.
It doesn't make sense. No one in my tribe interacts with city.
I am
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said my tribe.
Von Bean Trueblood.
I can hear this, right?
Yes, you can.
Brilliant.
You're just around the corner. Yeah, Von, V-O-N, and then apostrophe, Bean.
Fire. I love that.
Dwarves are great. True blood.
He's a counselor of...
Chancellor of the Pier.
Chancellor of...
And he dresses like it. And he does have a little
Can't
goatee.
read
He has a little goatee. He doesn't
Can't
have a
read
full
silver.
beard.
Get over yourself.
I think we should quickly return.
He gave me a license or a letter?
He gave Ray a piece of folded paper and basically said it's written for you.
Yeah, I'll come out of the alleyway.
And then you watch as you turn, and you watch as the short, stout man that you're catching, he's about to walk away from you guys.
Who did you say wrote this? The councillors? Or
Two powerful political members, but I will tell you that one of them is an archmage of cultivation. He runs the Polluter Assembly here at this city.
That makes sense.
Just good news. We found the inn. It's just down the street. Oh, hello, sir.
Thank you for this note, I suppose.
It is not
Was there anything else?
meant for you.
No.
It's meant for the man
Yes.
with...
Yes. I was about to pass it to you.
I'm an archmage of transmutation.
Archmage of cultivation.
Such plan.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you an official for the city?
Sir,
Oh, yes! Hello! I've
sir,
never seen you before in my life.
We
may I
just
ask,
arrived today. We have grave news to bring to you. Sorry.
yes,
Ray, go ahead.
May I ask what or who the blue vermin are?
The blue vermin.
Yes.
What?
If you...
Let me think on it.
Oh, okay.
The letter, I was only asked to deliver it because
No,
I'm
this
instructor
is
of the Pier.
unrelated to the letter. I just would like to know.
Could be referring to the underground infestation to the north of Ardmore. It's a larger underground network of little goblins that breed in very weird ways.
Are they blue?
You mean the man goblins?
Yes, I believe they are blue. I mean, that common terms for vermin isn't often used unless describing the slower sewer dwellers.
Quite right. Quite right.
But this is the core group of the Inspector Petition members. They are nice and quiet. As you know, they will only do their job if they are required. Speaking is not involved.
Okay, lovely to meet all of you. Sir, we have a very grave issue. I need to report the destruction of the colony of... What the fuck is it called? Of Torgard. Oh, hey, Cornel, you're done. You look nice.
Just in the window.
Yes, the citizenry has been destroyed and the leadership are all dead.
Pirates.
We have just arrived in town just 1 hour, an hour
Yes,
and a
well,
half
I
ago.
did assume that Torgard wouldn't last very long with our... he had an agreement. And then there was some sort of greater beast traveling from the northern side, the southern side of the Menmere coast. A great beast, like a dragon.
A many-headed dragon?
No, but it was reported that there was a dragon wreaking havoc across the edge of Brandt, yes. And that's why the coastal areas have become rather unsafe.
Okay.
I did predict it would die. I'm informed.
Well, it has. Is there... Who should we report this to? This is a devastating blow, no doubt, to the Keter Sanctuary.
Well, they were an off-brand group of people that did try to branch out. You know, the Keter wanted to grow in size 50 years ago. The king was very rigid in how he wanted the growth of this kingdom to commence. Well, and he just basically mutters for half a second and then says, well, look, I can report this to my boss, but ultimately nothing will happen because we all knew that town was going to fall. It had very little support, and only because there was one archivist, I believe, worked at that town. was there given any town funds at all. But we didn't hear from her for a long time, so a lot of people just assumed she died. I believe the funding almost stopped along with that series of questioning. I think maybe 5.5 months ago. Just no communication at the end of it.
Okay.
But yes, I will.
Is Sophia with us?
Yeah, I kind
Forgot
of
she
totally
existed.
forgot about her.
Oh well.
Young girl who looks normal.
She'll probably be with
I'd say
us.
she's with. Let's say that she's with Cicero.
Cicero?
Around,
Okay.
just around.
She
the
would
corner.
totally go into the barbershop with Pesticle now.
Yeah, actually.
Steal everything from. No, she would. She looks like she does need a haircut, and her hair is that long, but she's not.
Her
She doesn't.
parents.
She doesn't understand hairdressing.
Any barbershop would totally give a 7-year-old a free haircut.
No.
Yeah. She's
Not
just.
if they like making money.
She's just not going to ask because she's never had one. Or like at
In
least
300 years, she's never had a haircut. Just bad parents.
Rapunzel right there.
she doesn't
I realize
realize.
your parents had to pay whenever you got a haircut. Here's that one.
No, I never had to pay.
Okay, they did it.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. The Chancellor guy turns from Cicero's conversation and just begins to walk back.
Wait,
And you-
sir, what does that leave us? We are not citizens, we are adventurers, but our I point at Keter, our companion here was a citizen. Is nothing to be done about this?
I was as well. I'm a young girl. I'm a rescue. Yes.
We claim responsibility for her, but we are outsiders in this city and not very very exotic and foreign. Is there any way you could help us, make it easier for us to move, or at least leave?
A type of short-term licensing agreement can be organized at the Blue Office with the law holders. I can put in a word at the closest one if you head to the closest one. And he points kind of backwards in a direction further up the city, not the port on the other side of the building near where you are. He's pointing kind of back on the path you just were, but up. There are maybe every 500 meters or so scattered throughout the city. They're very common, but different person. And I think Belial will be the one man you're looking for. Another dwarf, such as I.
That would be great. We can go there immediately.
Belial. B-L-O-R-I-L. The license registry. Look, you will look to have some experience with human contact. I don't think you are completely outsiders, but there are some tests that must be conducted to confirm you are not infected or sick, or a bunch of simple human precautions that will allow us to reasonably trust you in
That's wonderful. Because
moving
none of
around
us
the
are
city.
at any of that.
I didn't know you're done.
He's
You
like,
on that.
you guys
Grab
know
a door with your haircut.
You all hear it perfectly, and you see the door at the edge of the Saint Nisia graveyard.
That's not cuss.
Nissa, sorry, N-I-S-S-A. There will be a blue office there with a dwarf, much like me, but a little less put together. He's very old and he's quite nice. And he will inspect you thoroughly. That is his only purpose.
You said you had put in a word.
I will put in the work, but I walk back that way now.
Are you going that way now?
Yes.
Do you mind if I accompany you?
Fine. Yes, sure. But what about all of the... You want to bring everyone now?
I would assume I can't do it on behalf of everyone else.
No, you're not.
Well, yes, we will all come with you.
Wait, hold on. I'm nearly finished with my cut.
For me.
Cornel, you're fine. You're from the Keter Sanctuary.
Yeah.
He's from Caligo.
We
Would
are
that make it
11
easier?
people with us.
Just in
Well,
terms
we
of...
don't anymore.
Just in terms of look...
Two of them got
He doesn't.
that.
I don't think he has a license. He's not been there for a long
Just
time.
in terms of locating his former paperwork, yes. It's more that when we confirm where you're from, we send our advisors to run up the paperwork trail on the end of the other side of the continent, or whichever part
Do
you
you
come
have any,
from.
like, familial licenses?
Short-term only!
I'm really sorry. We can just finish it here. I'll leave.
No, I just need to meet the right corner.
Okay, yeah.
The licensing for animals is a part of your the license we can give to you. Yes. There is a 1 gold extra charge. Just
No, I'm more something like, because I don't personally have one, but like, I think my dad might have had one. Yes. Or his dad.
He's a doctor. My father.
I've never actually left Caligo before. Well, I have now, but
with you've been obviously on the Inspireway Road, the only road that leads from Kings Bay to here, or not? You've not even traveled south at all.
no, I was born in Caligo.
Okay. Never moved.
No.
Maybe your father will. I don't know, nor do I really care. But you're the man in charge at the Blue Office. Will probably have some credentials if your former latter name is on registry.
Yeah, easy. Sounds good.
Okay. Yes.
Well, Mr. Chancellor, I was going to inquire about
You can call me Lord Von Bin if you wish.
Lord Von Bin. I am Jonathan Necrodamus. I am a priest that came from down there.
Wow, good description.
I wanted to know if Farina has any connections to this place. Long ago we had some settlers here, but they may have disappeared down in the records.
Yeah, shouldn't be like.
They primarily only worship one god here.
The 3 Tradition members will just turn heads towards you, very aggressively. But listen, not in the knowledge of a god known as Farina. Do you have any? What is she known for? God of what?
He's just joshing you around.
Well,
Comes out, watch the daily creep.
she is known for sweet rest
I hope you've prepared your other character.
in the dead.
You might be in luck.
Oh shit, he's not instantly
We
murdering
love
you?
that shit here.
Hey, just not have
He's a really nice guy.
a deeper knowledge of the name Farina, but the goddess Nanut, goddess of justice, love, and rest, is worshipped here, and her temple is her biggest one is in the Queen's Quarter, and he actually points kind of further down the dock in the direction you were going, but a bit more inwards to the Queen's Quarter, a larger district with only one maiden temple, and that's to her. But also, if you head to the edge of the illuminated district where the temple quarter is, you'll find shrines, temples to the goddess Nanut. Maybe not the name you know.
I'm sure it's just like different dialects. I'm sure it's not actually a different god. I'm pretty sure it is Nanu. It's probably just a different name for it.
Yes. I'm not going to judge. You can call her whatever.
Exactly. Different names,
Whatever.
different strokes for different
As long
folks.
as you don't do it inside the temple. I
I'm
think you'll be
an
fine.
old priest.
Understood.
If the mother, that's what we call her in my temple.
Very close. Yes, very close. Mother of Rest. Yeah, very similar. Seems like you're right on the right path. Fine worshipper and all that. Anyway, to the Blue Office.
That's good.
Please don't tell me you're grave robbers. I know you're coming for licenses, but please don't.
So,
Grave robbers.
theoretically, if one of us
I
did have
literally
a
never seen a grave
disease,
in my life.
what would that happen?
Well, it would be acknowledged under the check, and likely wouldn't be permitted to stay inside the city walls. If it's a bad enough infection, he would just be asked to leave
Thankfully,
at immediate hour. Which,
Do you have a problem with grave robbers?
I don't
yes.
think none of us have seen a single grave ever in our
Oh,
lives.
only in my jurisdiction. If you do it somewhere else,
I don't even know what a grave is.
Are you worried about?
very interesting. Klingon doesn't do graves, huh?
Are they
I've heard they will get eaten. That's very true.
We do coffins.
stealing corpses or
Oh no! I just some of you look very homeless. Just making sure that you're not trying to
I don't
steal
want
the
to stay in a
coins.
city with a necromancer problem. It's just the gist.
Oh, yes, that's understood. It's the only reason I asked. It's because the graves are. Speaking of which, we have 2 necropolises in the city, but we have about half a dozen graveyards, and they are designed by Nanut and by her following to.
In terms of
stay.
what is your setting on resurrection of the unalived?
What?
Okay. Personally,
I've never thought of this before.
I don't like it. So,
Being dead and then being alive again
I
is.
think it's gross.
I mean, it defies the order of the mother of sleep.
And
Rest.
Twella always says, "Burn what shall not be here."
Burn what shall not
read
be.
it in a book. One of the guards steps forward. It was actually not that.
Actually, I'm going to the Sassan.
Passage 52.
I think in your passive perceptions, you notice one of the guards. But the head of the Church of the Righteous Flame, as these guards are.
You're literally different colors. What are you talking about?
The reason these guards are more on patrol in some areas where they normally wouldn't
You're doing
be.
a great job about it.
You see one literally just like click its finger against its metal armor. That's the most.
Thanks, bud.
Yes, was Saint Oshia Bat Facade, and he is the head of the Church of the Righteous Flame and Archmage of Civil Influence. He normally does jobs between this city and Serachiyuni.
That is a wild name. Is he a human?
Oshia, yes, he's looks to be of the Eastern land origin.
Right.
A lot of darker shading, very brown-skinned, very pronounced. What's the word? Very pronounced vocalist, and does enjoy a good gamble.
Oh,
Oshia, what?
Oshia, so O-S-H-I-E-R, comma, bat, B-A-T, and then...
This man has a comma in his name?
Facade, F-A-S-A-D. Facade.
I didn't realize.
Shia Bat Facade.
You have an archmage as a leader of a church?
Yes, he rose through the ranks right after Nissa died.
Okay. Is he old faithful? Is he speaks for?
Very, very refined tongue. I would say was always good at convincing me on a few political gambles.
Mm.
But in terms of the overall quality of personality, he's quite right in the eyes of Krueler. However, we are arrived at the Blue Office. As you guys make your way to an area where you're now realizing you know exactly what type of operation this is for any person who's lived in human society.
Not one of us.
So one of you. I mean, even for you as an elf, genuinely, there's no wait times. Because you guys can kind of like call each other mentally to, organize appointments and stuff.
So don't fucking
well, as long as they're older than the predecessor. Yeah. So what you see is a relatively large, about 3-man and 1-child path aligned just out the front of the building. And you can see the Chancellor of the Pier gestures to you. He's kind of like ostentatious suit, kind of standing out in this particular area. This is where you'll find the Blue Office, and, the line moves quite quickly. So, you should have no problem making your way in and speaking with Belorial. You can see just inside from the corner of where you're standing, there are helmets kind of like lined on shelves inside of the building, blue helmets.
Sounds like this go real well, guys. I believe in us.
And townsfolk of all ages are seen inside, eagerly waiting. You can see, so there's 3 people outside, but there's a fair few people inside. One guard is currently out the front leading a small discussion with the person at the closest part of the door, to the door. And so as you guys move up closely, he says, might have to get you to wait in line. Stay here a moment. I will go speak with Belorial if I can make an exemption for the
So pretty much,
A horse.
we wait in line, and then when we get to the front, there should be a bell there. We ring that bell, and then eventually someone will find us. Yeah, see, the person in front of us rings a bell.
That is a bell that is a few miles away, but Cornell has the right idea.
Someone will come out
Get
and
sure to
take
leave.
us into like a little
Get
room,
your guy to leave.
and then
Excuse me.
they'll
They should
stave
go
us
around the
on
back
our hand,
before this guy gets here. So, alright.
Mark, I need you to watch the front. Or just act insubmissive.
and make
Sure,
sure
go with them.
Just blend in. You don't need licensing.
you're declaring any cattle. Make sure you're declaring any soils. And fish. That's it.
We don't have any of those things.
Well, no meat too.
No, you don't have to do meat.
And poultry.
I have a fish.
Because poultry is fine.
Did
You see
steal
two-
that?
You see two
Or
people
did you catch
exit.
it?
A young daughter and a
Where did you
kind
get
of
that?
young man.
I found it
In like a crate?
at the docks.
One moves in by one.
Makes sense.
Just hanging up on the line.
Oh yeah, also declare if you've got any silk on you.
My underwear was made of silk.
Okay, because silk goes to community view, which is then divvied up at the end of the week.
Wait, I can't have my underwear.
What do they do with fish?
Underwear is like clothes you wear under your pants.
I don't
Yes,
have
that
fish.
Give an extra layer of protection to your private parts.
Yes.
You see another man leave. Oh, thank you. I am so sorry for holding you up. I am sure the function will work greatly. Thank you. And he puts his hood up and walks away.
If you've got any teeth, you declare those. They, once again, they go to the
I just want to look at this
community
person and see if there's
tax.
anything
We do
special
those
about
over the end of the week too.
Teeth?
And any
25.
hide, if you've got any hide,
Okay.
we divvy that up.
it. Like how he skipped over teeth.
You can see that one side of this guy's face as he's putting the hood up. The reason he's putting the hood up is because it's like
Scales go community.
something you used to heal a lot, which is cancer growths. He has a lot of black dots up the side of his face, and you can see the potion he just tucked into his holster is some sort of thick black liquid.
Feathers go community.
This
Oh, no,
town is decaying, it seems, from the inside.
All towns do
There's
that.
only one person ahead of you before the door is open, and will allow one person in at any time. But
This was a quite quick line.
Sorry for interrupting
Okay,
you.
if they ask you what your disease is, do
That
not
man
say
seems to have some sort of cancer growing.
do not say curse.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Say I don't know, some sort of necrosis or
It
something.
seems like divine intervention isn't in this city.
Should I say I got it from my father?
I mean, as long as
Don't say what
I
it
mean,
actually
something
is.
to you would have been cured.
Okay.
You know, it's something that progresses quickly, so it has to be cured. You're not even sure potions work. It's not the type of thing that a body can naturally heal itself. It needs a form of divinity to cure something that's
This is
almost
very
akin to a curse.
strange.
Or go down to the barber shop and get surgery.
And get surgery, just cut it out.
Very expensive, though, sadly.
Right, we're in the godless era, I keep forgetting.
Oh no, there's gods. There's 12.
Yes, of course.
Uh,
Not real ones.
the Chancellor has left and has followed a path kind of looks to be in the perspective he is heading further away from the exact opposite direction of the pier.
Go one
The
by
pier
one.
is behind you, the
I will
path you're
go
leading is
first.
into the city
Yes.
northwards, northeast.
Sophia, would you like to be behind me?
I
I think
I
you're
was
one of the
thinking-
easiest
I
ones.
was
to get.
Once again, forgot
was
about
thinking I should go first, maybe, or like, because I'm the most normal.
Technically, you would be under jurisdiction of like an older person.
Oh yeah, so I should be like his dad. I mean, I should be. He should be.
Maybe stick with Cicero.
You can be an adopted
Really?
daughter.
Yeah, you smell someone.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
Smell pretty bad.
Thank you.
Look, I'm going up first.
It's because we were near the ship deck the whole time.
Alright,
Do I need to?
Best of luck. Just
But
be honest.
I was gonna say in order. Let's.
Don't look like
Do
odds.
not be
How
honest.
far away is the
Do
Centaur from
opposite
the
of being
front?
honest,
Like, are
please.
you at the very back of the line? What's the
Very
order?
high.
You go first.
The zombies are probably behind us.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
Zombies are gone.
Go.
Where is?
I would probably be at the back then.
Yeah. Where's the horseman the most sick from
So
you
you can
guys?
go first. I can go second, third, fourth, fifth. And then Sophia's with Cicero.
Yep, cool. Okay, so Jonathan goes in first, and I mean, I kind of want to run through this pretty fast. Basically, the The way that the old man in here, the loyal true blood, he is maybe, I mean, to human standards, he's like late 70s, but he's a dwarf. So, you know, a few hundred years. Talks with a, like, such a rough... We'll hear from the crown! I hate that voice. You also know that he is working alongside an alchemist, which appears to be in kind of a basement cellar of this place, giving him what looks to be certain, he called them liqueurs, like alcohols, but he said they're used to test the stability of one's body.
Right.
So he hands one to you, and it is a thin, I mean, there's a few bubbles, but it looks to be almost completely black, thick, viscous liquid in a small vial.
Before you give me all this, I will say I have a special constitution that makes me react differently to some substances.
Yes, this would only be problematic if you are under some sort of cursed virus. We are worried about them spreading through the city because our levels of healing magic is rather scarce. That's why I've paid my own alchemist here.
Right.
Please drink up. Once this is complete, this will be the first step of your trial.
Just saying most...
Is there a saying? No.
You get disintegrated as you heard.
And out of healing kills me instantly.
It is very sour, but it goes down kind of like a yogurt or a custard taste in the mouth.
Oh.
This is a very strange...
Very cold.
Flavored.
But then when it hits the kind of past the trachea and into the stomach, it just warms your cinemax. And after about a minute of him just kind of looking you over as you're digesting it, you notice that at one point when you can kind of look down at the kind of center part of your chest as the liquids are running down, it's glowing through the front of your skin. Like where the chest line ends, that's where it's visible.
Is it glowing through me?
Yes,
What's a peculiar liquid?
If it was glowing a form of red, that would be the greatest indicator that the black turns red because the blood is poisoned by some sort of curse or disease, or worse.
What's security like around here?
Great point.
People learn to have to kill us
Like
again.
relatively normal brick building, iron barred doors, windows, like an actual door itself looks to be mostly steel. Frame is wood, so the weaker part is the frame. It's like the actual holding. But yeah, iron door. One guard who appears to be letting someone in, letting someone out. And it is quite. This whole street is quite busy, but it's not like the main road, so it's kind of like just off a main road.
Okay, good. We got one guard.
So is this a universal indicator for disease?
It is what my alchemist's best attempt was at making it a type of knowable, yes, a liquid that is all, it might maybe taste a little bad to the people with an infection, but ultimately not ever to kill them, just to make sure we know what's the problem, even if they are not.
Would I have any, like, bowel problems after drinking that? You know, alchemy is a bit...
It's a good mention. My alchemist told me not to mention it unless I was specifically asked. But your pools will be very black for the next few days.
Alright.
If you do have any diarrhea, I would say that there is some sort of lingering curse on your body. You may want to purge.
Oh no, the streets are gonna be fucked when they're done.
Does King Kong have sewers?
Yes.
Oh,
Where do you think the giant rat came from?
Good point.
And you, yeah.
I mean, they just leave the shit in the streets, they do, but it's also a sewer too.
And then specifically, he goes,
Oh, perfect! You are clear. All we need you to do is fill out this paperwork sheet.
and all it has is simple name, former location, former home, former work, or present work.
I'm a clerk.
Very good. And any emergency people that we should be contacting with their addresses. if you know any on this side of the continent.
Emergency. Probably one of my old leaders, Shaper of Souls. I think he goes by the title of now.
Yep, I has the Shaper of Souls. We'll get his contact info
He's a
now.
pretty big wig, and he contacted me recently.
Let me look this guy up there real quick.
Let me look at
Oh,
Sure, his name is-
the one that killed him. Oh.
His soul's last name.
No, it's more of a title.
Shaper off is the middle.
His last name would be Necrodamus.
Good, otherwise he would be the brother of the holiest man in the city,
Interesting.
Yusuf Souls.
I like to meet this Yusuf guy.
I forgot it. The
Last name was Wallace.
Mouse.
He wouldn't have failed.
No, he wouldn't have.
Right. His name is Father Coffs.
This one.
We would have seduced her or something.
We don't have any
Not on purpose. Just
no record of it.
He's just so cool.
But well, I'll keep him on the book.
Yeah, if you were to find him, you'd be in a very, very old record. He doesn't come around here very often.
from 6,000 years.
Do you have his date of birth?
That would be a different system that you wouldn't be too welcome with.
Okay. You know, I've been alive for about 500 years old, but I mean, we've left the. Yep. Oh, you know,
Right, it
don't
would
worry.
be the 18th moon shining of the Red Star.
That is just some
I
systems, man.
feel like I've heard it before, but nothing. Write it down. We abbreviate into Arabias. You mean there was a time when I keep going back to pirate voice, but there was a time where the sky was red for years. Could have been that. That was a few hundred years ago, though.
It's unbelievable.
You don't look a day over 20 over 30.
I don't think that was real.
Well, thank you for the kind compliment.
Didn't say it.
But I am rather old enough to be your great-great-grandfather.
That's very convenient. You're human.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Classic Johnny boy.
Kind of. I'm half human.
There's a guy in the back who's like,
The little
Detect
point of
bombs.
ears. I see.
Yeah.
For the theory, they'll.
Is the line going to be moving up?
Well, Necrodamus was the first one to enter. You see two children leave along with Necrodamus. So enough space fills out for basically two. The guard is willing to let in two people. So the next two are
Mike.
And me.
Like, I want to see the references of every other character.
Jonathan. What is it?
Well, he is just asking for references.
Let me sit you down here, boy.
And he makes you drink a potion which will identify curses inside.
boastful, but quite a solidly built dwarven man, even for his age,
No, but he
ancient
is.
age. Very small and very well-funded office, as Ray is the first to notice.
He is not cursed, he is sick.
Necrodamus has no idea of money. Like you can see, there's a fair few different ornaments and pieces on here that would declare themselves a bit more official, a bit more decorative. Sit you both down, sit you at two different tables, goes back and forth between you and each, sets you both down the piece of paper first, says, "Wait, don't sign this straight away. Don't even start writing on it until I get back with the liquid." And he leaves for just a minute, heads down a set of stairs behind you, and you two are left at two tables side by side, but not like together, side by side. Two kids are sitting on like a pew to your far left of the room, so looking at the fox and back to the blind man.
It's real quiet in there.
Okay.
No.
Alright, dude.
Walking into his fucking kitchen.
Any preparation you guys are doing while he's gone for Minute, nope. Holds 2 vials between 2 fingers. Here we go. Hands you one, hands you the other. Thick black liquid goes down. Yeah, it's smooth. It's pretty smooth. And it's not sweet, though. It's just sour.
What's in this? Can I do an alchemy check?
Yeah.
Because I can detect potions. Now that is a 30. You won.
This is probably a very similar alchemy concoction that you have smelt and probably have seen your father create. It's basically a potion of detect poison.
Just drink it.
And disease.
I thought it was quite decent.
Oh, shit.
But it does. It has a sweet aftertaste.
And then as you say that way, you just feel there's like a solid warmth like a whiskey hitting your chest. Just like staying there comfortably. And
I don't know how he's gonna see the red because I have plague mail.
basically not. Yeah, doesn't. But does look at your facial expressions and kind of tries to gauge you. And I've already rolled the inside. You're totally fine. You notice that for Cornell it is a lot more visible because you've now got a clean shaven neck. You can see the liquid, the kind of glow pass down, and it's very dull, but it's very red. Down his throat.
Hey, hold on. There's,
Dragons. No, I think it hit my stomach.
it is a
Hi. Doing some way with me.
Is that normal?
You literally feel your stomach go, just like almost like a miniature convulsion in your stomach.
Oh, yes.
Slides over a kind of large stein. It's kind of pure ale. It's really watered down.
Yeah, that's better.
It's a bit too late in the afternoon for beer.
Well, I guess that's fair. That's fair.
Damn, he's responsible.
When you hit 700, you just don't have so many late nights.
Yeah.
Your
Drinking
kidneys ain't
water
the same
ale.
as they used to be.
Never the same since I turned 300.
Alright. Well, should we get to signing?
Yes, please.
And he hands you another piece of paper.
Go ahead, sign that one, Chief.
Please just,
And he hands you a pen, tries to let you feel it out, and then points and lets you kind of like press.
all I want is your name and signature right there.
Can I can I like lean over to read what the other one he gave?
Yeah, that's the one he basically forced him to sign over the one that you did. And it is a paper requiring exile. An order of exile.
Alright, Cornell, so you just
Farewell, my friend.
you just signed an order of exile?
Surely not.
So
Listen, if you do want to register your any weapons or anything like that, you'll have to get it registered through the city after you leave, and then have some friends support you from the inside.
That is a
I was
problem.
gonna ask. I'm pretty sure I already have like a citizenship here.
Under what last name? If I
Like leans down or something.
Cornell.
Pulls out a book that's about this big.
Yeah. Cornell.
Good
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
It's agonizing. For 1 minute, you're there just watching this man flip. Skim.
You should be able to see maybe like, well, probably a Henrik.
Corman?
I don't know. Cornell. C-O-R-N-E-L.
Brother back. I'm sorry, my boy. You did fail a test.
Oh, did I took a test?
Yes, the potion, the liquid you had to drink. It was simply to detect if there was a disease inside of the body. That being said, if
Oh well. To be fair, I did know that prior, but it's self-contained. See, I'm a doctor.
I'm not a contagious plague victim, okay?
are you by any chance adapted to the skills of alchemy?
Yes, I am. I often have to test most things on myself.
Does this work when you're blind?
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly a smell and taste thing, right? You know,
I
they
guess
say when you lose one side, you gain another.
we have some, you know, what that might become another issue. Let's.
If you should look at Gerard.
Yes.
Yeah, is his brother there?
No.
Henry? No, Henry.
No, in fact, it does say that he has siblings in Krueler.
Yeah. Did his occupation? I actually don't know.
Occupation is soldier.
That explains it, actually. Well, yeah.
Now, if this is confirmed, I would say that. That was a pointless. Okay, now fill out this sheet of paper, and he hands you, and it is a regular sheet. He says, sign here and here. If you have a weapon, just a few inches above it, sign there as well.
Yeah, sign.
Your name and your date of location of birth.
Snake bite.
Any emergency contact and location.
Double-barreled flintlock. With silver shells. Okay, where do I put the emergency contact?
The very bottom right corner.
Okay.
And he leads your hand to it. Now that you have blood in the city.
Yes.
It means that your unofficial booking can be a bit more efficient. So instead of being exiled from the city, now you only have to go to the King's Court over in the Illuminated District to get your disease looked at and an infirmary to confirm that you are not contagious.
Wonderful. Sounds like great news.
Done. Stamps the paper.
Thank you very much. I'll get myself purified.
More of the other... These paperwork pieces will be returned here with formal invitations to get to a proper licensing within 7 years.
For the area of birth, I put the closest town on this mainland.
Okay.
So not my island.
Okay, so like Oars West.
Yeah, wherever I will probably maybe closer to
Brandt Gate, like that whole side where you just came from.
Yeah.
Okay. There aren't. I mean, except for you might have to put down tour guard.
Yeah, I'll just put down tour guard.
Because there aren't. Kings Bay is basically like a border force between here and the wars and wars, which you don't know, but that's a big thing. Beautiful. So, and you head out with Cornell. I mean, probably just a bit after Cornell. You know, you forgot your paperwork.
Right, over here. Come.
Who's
Sophia.
Sophia? Sophia enters and because 2 exited, you enter as well.
Can I keep an eye on her this whole time?
I'm surprised that
in case she steals things.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yes, you quite.
Maybe I'll roll good on a perception check once this game.
Don't quite see.
She rolled bad too. Better, I think. Better.
I see.
Can't even see.
Strange. The curse is accumulating in all of you.
No, not for me. I'm completely.
I not be seeing too many of you right now.
Out of here.
No, I expect you wouldn't.
Your liquid says you're not cursed. Probably the best thing you could eat today.
Makes sense.
But paperwork from elves can take a little longer. Getting back from where are you from?
Audio Forest.
Any side near the edge of the road. Audio Forest is a bit closer, but
I understand.
when we send our informants to get proper information, we expect to have all of the information needed for your kind. You have a good arrangement with the officials of Feywood.
It will not be too difficult. It's one of their prominent families. They will have good records.
Slides the paper forward for you and waits for you to finish before moving on to Sophia. He's really locked onto you.
My name is Cicero Starfellow. I am from Aria Forest. I was a hunter. I am now an adventurer. In case of my death, please contact Astarion Starfellow, my father.
Any weapons?
I have a bow and 2 daggers.
Right then. Just there, and if the daggers are for hunting, there, and you can put hunting on the side, hunting daggers.
Yes, of course.
Those weapons, with your returning license, will require testing to confirm your capability in them in a place that is suited for the environment.
Of course, of course.
Once the paperwork is returned, the location will be given. Now, little girl. Red hair, huh? Not blessed with luck.
Got him.
Really? You're not blessed with that?
To me, does our discussion get us me aiding?
Sure.
Bluff. I'm good at these.
I don't actually know.
29.
I don't even know if you can aid bluff. I don't know if that's
I'm alright at bluff.
Good, because she has no proficiency. But, +4 is good. Diplomacy, intimidation.
Why would she have to lie?
Yeah, she's not a liar.
What?
Why would you have intimidation?
Plus
She was
13,
she was
baby.
a boss bitch old lady when she was an old lady, I guess. I don't know.
And plus 13 to disguise, so yeah, she can look like whatever she wants.
Christ.
She's a really scary little girl.
I agree. She horrifies me every second. But she's alive.
Right. Well, this is good for me.
2 papers signed, and you guys are allowed out. And
Sorry, pardon me. Do you know of anywhere where letters can be sent?
Yes, the courier man normally drops by a resident abode which you're new to the city.
Yes. There's no public mail?
Yes, any port house publicly receives mail from the public to be given to the couriers.
Do they have a problem? Do they check the letters? I plan to write it in Elvish. Would that be a problem?
I believe as long as you're very clear on where it is addressed to,
Okay.
there shouldn't be any interference.
Yes.
Although inspections have been known to happen if people are passing large amounts of money through the mailing service,
Of course.
But to Aria Forest shouldn't be much of a cost fee for any such mail.
Well, the destination would be Saratoga.
Well, it's right on the border. It should be even cheaper than ours.
Brilliant.
what if I want to go and buy some shoes? Like some new shoes that normal girls wear?
Then you would come with us to a cobbler. Let's go, Matilda.
There's plenty of cobblers around here. I'm sure you'll... And ting, 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 the doors open.
Is her official name Matilda?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Matilda, I can find a
Yes.
I thought her name was like Roller or something.
Nah.
What was the name? Was trying to go
We
on?
had pivoted.
We were like,
I think that was the ship the captain...
oh, Joe, I think.
Yeah, you definitely gave her a different name for the captain.
No.
Actually, no, I feel like...
No, because she wanted to be called Joe, and we were all like,
That's
are you
right.
sure you don't want something more girly? And she was like, no, I want Joe.
She,
You didn't get what you want,
Weird
child.
girl name to her is just the same. It's really...
Oh, yeah, fair enough. That was us being prejudiced.
Do you look at some of the papers that the man is holding? Like just...
I'm sure,
passively?
massively, yeah.
This is the kind of thing where it's like inspector's registry, so the type of thing where these people have already got licenses and are just jotted down as their regular check-in.
What a great occupation.
Alright, Mookie. You're going up
Those
soon.
aren't random names, all by the way.
You're the one who's going to be in big shit because you're actually sick.
Sick.
And the horse is the last one, so now
Right,
it is
my
you
friend.
to enter. And as Cicero is like just leaving,
So?
Sophia's like, "Good luck, man." She says as she walks around you.
Brought
Don't tell her.
to the front door.
She whispers to Ray, "You see, I called him a man because he's a man, right? You just got to call him a man. Convince them that he's a man." You walk up to the front door and it's 2 short feet. You dip and bow your head and you enter, and there is like a lantern 1 or 2 feet into the thing that as you raise your head straight away, the lantern's like right here. So back again and move around. The dimly lit room is now completely quiet. And everyone, including the old man with one very large eyebrow raised,
Oh, don't worry. This one is expected.
and then the hubbub returns to normal.
Got
People,
a short brown cloak around here, covering my head and my face. The only thing from it is coming out, and just a big red beard.
Yeah, and you've probably got a lot of like side neck hair too, so that's going to cover a lot of your neck.
Maybe we should.
My friend, do you... Right. Do you speak common? Do you write in your own language?
Yes.
Do you write in common?
No.
Well, harder than I thought, but it's about expected. We just had a chancellor in here vouching for you in terms of temporary payment.
He slides forward a vial, and then
Actually,
and he slides forward another vial.
maybe have two, just to make sure that the whole body ingests.
I'll pick them both up in one hand. Are they open?
Yeah.
I sniff it.
Strong, sour, sacred smell. Sacred sweet.
I dip tongue in. How
Your
do I
tongue-
react? Just like,
Just your tongue immediately begins to salivate. Like more than normal, I would say. You start to notice in the corner of your mouth there's like the feeling of moisture. Like even though your tongue just dipped into it.
my body feels okay from that.
Your body feels almost reluctant to have it, like it would be knowing that it's about to drink a beer, type of thing. Like you're about to have a good drink. That's what your body's reacting to. But you haven't drunk anything in the last like 3 days.
What is this?
It's an alchemist's concoction that allows me to detect what type of poisons and diseases run through your body. If so, and if they are infectious and contagious, then I will have to forego the normal paperwork and make you sign a form of release. And
Release of what?
an exhalation form from the city, where we force you to leave because you are infected.
I put the valve down. I am not infected.
His arm's literally dripping.
Covering the arm.
I believe what you're trying to tell me, but viruses can spread through a body without you being fully aware. The reason we check for you now is so that any aid you need to receive in the future can be given. But if you are...
I do not require human aid.
He's a dwarf.
Human city.
Unison.
Still racist.
I hope that I don't have to contact higher authorities about your decision to not partake in a liquid that I promise is not harmful to anybody.
Look around this building. Is anyone looking harmed?
There are a few kids that look at you and there's a lot of fear in their eyes still, but they've been told to kind of like stay calm. One of the kids is with a kind of wicked smile, full mouth open, just smiling at you, and you can see like the black on his teeth, where it looks like his teeth have been covered in charcoal, but it's probably a similar liquid. But he's like, corner of the room, just staring at you. Maybe about 8 or 9. They all look, it's busy for a room, but for no one to pay you particular line, it's also off-putting.
If I were to get a release of exile, how soon would I have to leave the city?
Well, if you sign the form willingly, you could just walk out. If you didn't sign the form, you would be escorted out.
That didn't answer my question. How soon would I leave?
If you're within the premises if you're seen within the premises within 48 hours, you will be killed.
Do you mean after, or...?
Or if you sign the paperwork or don't sign the paperwork and don't leave.
So you have up to 48 hours to leave.
Now, from his wording, if I'm seen within 48 hours, I'll just be
In
killed.
the city, yeah.
Yeah, but do
It's
you mean
worse.
like... Yeah, okay.
It sounds worse, yeah, it
You
does.
mean what you said, cool. I pick up one of the violins. Nothing within me reacts at all.
Your tongue immediately, like clicked it, and then you got a little like extra saliva in your mouth naturally, but no.
How big are these vials?
I'd say
This size?
I'd say double the size of a ballpoint pen. So about that big.
Okay,
Very small,
I'll chug
but
it.
like tall.
I'll just one.
Okay. Make an intimidation check for me.
I would love to. I chug it, I just keep direct eye contact on this fucking dwarf.
We should have realized the burning building would not have been like incidental, but from Monkey. We should have
Monkey
realized,
is
we should have
this.
realized this.
Oh, that's really bad.
I
Not that one.
No, it's a 7. One's on the other side.
But you know, intimidation's your only strong suit. So there you go.
Dolphin.
22.
Well,
That's
this is a
sleepy.
dolphin. No, this is a dolphin.
Oh, I see a fin. It looks like one.
It's a person. Dead.
Sure, I'm so.
You mean that guy?
No, the purple and the building.
Oh, you mean the dolphin?
So there is a dolphin.
22.
I didn't
Direct eye contact.
He's leaping.
22. Oh my goodness.
7. Oh, great.
You know what?
He turns into a dolphin.
The telepathic flying
It's
dolphins.
not that you would know,
They're attacking.
but the red color like goes down your throat, visibly red.
Beard, can't see it.
But you can see you have a beard, and it could be seen if you didn't force him to stare into his eyes, like your eyes and his eyes.
Stare into my eyes, little man.
And by the time he looks down, he actually like swats at your beard of your hand and like tries to push past your beard just to see your neck area, like in a very fervent quickness.
Grab his hand.
Grab his hand.
He's approaching me.
And you see, even though like he's halfway through the motion, can kind of see through to your neck.
David, what's his hit dice then? What's his wisdom?
Didn't even see the blue. No, I'm not gonna bother. I'll get the other wire for someone else.
With a really.
Take out a knife and start carving into the paper.
Maybe not. I've got another one. Here's a pen. Figure out if you can use this. You press it the same way you do a knife into paper, then it produces a black liquid that allows you to
Do you even have a knife?
trace.
Is there an ink pot?
Yep.
Cool. I just dump it back on my hand and put a handprint on my paper, and I'm done.
Please sign this other form.
Handprint.
Good enough. You have 48 hours to leave the city.
Oh, nice guy. That's reasonable.
Please leave.
I just continue further into my friends.
Okay. Wow, that was going really well into your favor until you did the handprint and then just turned back again.
Hey, I don't write on paper. I carve.
I get it. It was not a great situation for you to be in alone.
Technically, the Duragar would be right next to
The
it.
Duragar,
Well, she has their papers.
by time you've gotten to Moki, he's like,
No, fuck that. Not a chance. I'll work under someone.
he has no idea
I'm
how
a slave.
he has no idea how the laws of this city work. He's just like Moki. He's just the same. Just he's willing to try and do it his own way.
Sure.
I was told I have 48 hours to leave the city.
Oh, wonderful.
Plenty of time.
I need to go to the illuminated district, apparently.
The guard opens the door and says, "If he is seen within the city walls within 48 hours, I will be forced to call guards to kill him."
Again,
Then he closes the door.
Okay, well, he says-
Okay, so we have less than 48 hours to leave.
they use weird grammar.
I think they just mean leave now.
Then why didn't they say leave now?
Hey, sir.
Door shut. There's
Well,
a bunch of people waiting.
From memory, he said you must leave immediately.
Could you tell me how long it will take to get out of the city by walking?
From where you are, it'd be about 22 hours of walking.
Is there any like public transport that I can take to move a little faster?
If you want to pay for a carriage, you can take the main merchant's road.
Excuse me, sir.
It'll still take about 20 hours.
Now, our friend has been officially exiled, as per my understanding. You said within 48 hours, if you see him, you kill him. Reasonable. Does that include after 24 hours? Like, so it takes 22 hours to leave, sure. Yeah, so within that 22 hours, if he's making his way out and you see him, are you still going to be like, all right, might as well call the guards, it's taking too long?
No.
Okay, so but if he were to like go further inward, you'd be like, nah, doing the wrong thing.
How long?
If we catch him,
What's
and
the
he's
sort of like specifics on time here?
if we catch him and he's still within the city walls within 48 hours, then he will be
Okay,
dead.
but right now it's within 40 hours.
Yes.
So why aren't you calling the guards?
Oh, because it's weird. You've been asked to exile. Did you sign the paperwork? Yes. That's why. If you sign the paperwork, you're allowed to leave. And you see from behind, he says, "He didn't sign the paperwork properly. Get the guards now." Never mind, I'll be going. Gentlemen, and he just walks out.
Thanks for your... Man, guards are not good in this city. I need to go to the Illuminated District, get myself cleaned off. Apparently, that's where they want me. Then I go to the high...
Are we just leaving now?
No, I need to go to the council.
Why?
I need to get my paperwork.
Why?
Because they didn't give me paperwork.
I don't know.
Do you need paperwork?
You all got told the same thing. You speak with the council after your paperwork is registered to receive the weapon license.
I'll just go to the
paperwork
north
is
road
only
and
registered
throw away
in the
and
back.
wait there for 2
Because
days.
I have blood here. I need to get it through there.
How do you want paperwork for the city?
Why not? It's a major city. I'm staying here a few days.
I thought you wanted to go to Caligo.
I do, but I need to like freshen up first.
Okay.
I've not slept in a bed for like a month or two. Or 3. I don't know how long it's been.
But
How
what
long
about
has it been?
Okay.
Moki has to be
Feel like
exiled.
months, 'cause
Moki,
it's
will you be
pretty
making
close.
your way to the North Road?
Yes. It's throw away.
Is that? But do we know if the North Road is inside?
I do want to check out the...
It does head out of the
place you'll be
city,
cured.
as you've been told.
I'm interested to see their methods.
If I can be cured here, I'm gonna check it out.
We come in. What side of this?
Far. Yeah, actually, here we've got the map now.
That's not cardinal direction.
Very bottom left side of the pier is where you started.
Is it worth abandoning a friend who's in need?
Eastern side.
Yeah,
So
because,
south.
East.
because the city's right at the bottom.
Left. There is a
It's
higher
flat.
up. There was a higher up. One of the people who found him 2 minutes after. They have his children, and he's going to release them north side.
So your children were kidnapped.
Yes, it's completely surprising to me.
Oh, so who was the guy that was... Sorry, this is really quite rude considering these are children. I don't really empathize with the situation, but I would like to...
The puzzling strange.
Apparently,
was
they were
kidnapped.
From my father, because they weren't safe with him, by the blue vermin, who I have no clue who they are.
I mean, if your father's anything like you, that makes sense.
No, my father's nothing like me.
But
Oh, that's surprising.
besides that, the problem being is the north side, where they will be released tomorrow night, is on the opposite side of the city.
Yeah, so take...
He will be killed if he goes there.
No, you can leave that way. It takes a day to get there.
We're over on the complete south side.
Yeah, so we just walk.
You won't be
What?
killed unless you're leaving later than the 48 hours.
Okay, if I want to go outside this gate and go around this way, can I do that?
Probably.
Okay.
That was the side where Cornell told you the moment you exited the dock. That the captain said that's the side that's the most military heavy.
Oh.
So you
Well,
might still get through, but maybe.
Colonel, we may not met for very long.
Yeah, it's
As much as I want to
it's
follow
not
you,
actually designated, but it's basically like exiting from city to beach.
I will bid you
It becomes
farewell
like,
as I help Moki get to the other side safely.
Fair enough.
I think I should just go one much.
It's been nice.
Good.
It was nice to meet
So
you.
you
Or
becoming
merchant height
You're a
is
little
like
weird,
the top
but
part of
you're
that
not
road that becomes almost like a merchant exit out of the city. It's actually
Where are you
called
going,
Merchant
Mary?
Road, but that,
Merchant Road.
that area is merchant height of the merchant.
Cicero, sorry.
Yeah, and that's the one he said was the quickest way. That's the 20-hour path.
I mean, I got something short to do in the city, but I'm gonna go north because I have a crossbow to pick up, And then after that, then probably come back here.
I'm gonna.
It depends, really, what we decide to do.
I'll be waiting here until, like, when I get my children. Then I'll probably make a game plan to do something with them.
I'm gonna go check out a church and get myself healed.
I really want to check out the church.
Well, John, if you're coming with me, I can give you a ride to Merchant Heights, and I'll leave, and you can stay there.
But I feel responsible for your safety, Moki.
I'll be fine outside the city.
Why do you feel responsible for his safety?
Well, you are all my benefactors. I feel like I should assist you.
Also, it looks like there's a small town there on Inspire Way.
Oh, it's a building that saved you from
Yes.
the little crystal.
I'm gonna assume
I
you
am
don't need a
more
license to do
terrain
that.
than anyone
Oh,
else.
that's what I mean. Can you stick it right?
Well, Ray, what will you be doing?
I'll be going with smoking.
There you go.
Dude, are you doing that because on the way to the merchant district you can give a lot of money?
No, I would rather you not get yourself killed.
Because you die a lot, I won't leave your side. I'm here to help you.
Okay.
Because you saved me, I think.
In that case, no matter what I decide to do with my children, I'll wait a week. See if.
God, how old are yours? Well, they're probably much younger than me. Never mind.
I think I'm a bit older, or maybe same age. I don't know. I haven't seen them in
Same
days.
age as who?
Why are your children getting released?
Who's that?
They're not complying to being educated, apparently.
Right.
Who are the blue vermin?
I have no clue.
Yeah, who are they?
The Chancellor thought they might be blue goblins, and if so, I'm very worried for my children.
Why? What's so different about a blue goblin?
Who was trying to re-educate them and why?
That's what my home continent had
A
green
centaur, or the
goblins.
Chancellor wouldn't tell me who it was, and the Archmage of Cultivation.
Also,
The Centaur was
shouldn't
one
we,
of the influential people in this city.
shouldn't we try and check out that Penumbra Academy that the old Chancellor guy was talking about? Paluda.
Why would you want to check the other
What
mage?
is this?
Why would you want
Sounds interesting.
to? It's for mages.
Well, he said he was used to Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, weird people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it might be. Oh,
You could go there if you want.
I just think it could be like a fun sight seeing. I've never been here before. It's been months since I've been in a place with walls.
Like, it seems like we are planning to split up, at least you are.
Necrodamus, you'll, as they're talking, you'll see him walking behind Cornell and kind of around your group because you're kind of like staying off the side.
I mean, that guy did say he was going to go get the guards.
You're noticing
so...
like a large group of students, just all clad in the same time. It almost looks like to you like priest robes, but they're not. They're kind of like they would look like that, but then the moment you're realizing they're all holding books, they're all like gathered equipment, they're definitely students or some learned type of. They're young.
Superstition is telling me that I need to follow you. Maybe it's my God's grace telling me. Yes. Ray, I will come to you in your time of need.
There's people behind you. They're just moving past.
I'm just like a normal guy. Everyone else is weird here, not me.
Something is.
This is my most valued treasure.
I should probably leave
The
soon for the
idol
guards
of
get here.
Ray.
Okay.
Very good. Are you sure?
I'm going on Merchant Road north to the Merchant Heights and
It
leaving
is the
through the
most
gate that way.
precious treasure.
I'm going to sprint the whole way.
I'll meet you
That
there.
means I must
23 hours.
return to
I
you
can
to
carry-
carry it back.
I can carry all of you, but I'll carry two of you.
The aura effect is affecting you because you haven't done anything.
Yeah, within the day. No, actually, within a week, and you guys have had that for a week recently.
Although you may not know.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo it. So I mean,
You guys
We could have cleansed him.
we did cleanse him.
Yeah,
well, no, to an extent, you couldn't fully cleanse
We
it,
couldn't
but
get rid of the disease.
I thought we had to use it again to get rid of
No,
it.
it can't get rid of the
Doesn't that mean
disease.
she could have got rid of the disease?
I'm pretty sure
No, she did.
you did get rid of the
No,
disease.
we fixed his disease.
we
but
fixed
not
It's
his
the
us.
magical curse that never did.
No, we got rid of the curse.
They got rid of ours.
You got rid of that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You have to fix the curse before you get
Is
the
there a different one?
He did end up
Well, he
getting
has his race curse.
I have my family curse.
Also, he was
a different one.
That's not curable.
The
yet.
dwarf never even saw
That's
him
straight up
with
here.
the liquid. He just didn't have
So it wasn't
Maybe 10th level magic, probably.
No, like his mouth was saliva.
Oh,
He was
tenth
talking
level
about
magic.
yeah.
It's just he was rude.
Well,
Great stuff.
This is your part.
I will come back to. Wait a minute. Cornell, you're possessed.
No.
That changes a lot of things.
It's not like a standard possession. I don't understand it really.
He gets really close to Passet.
I was going to say, yeah.
I wonder. Do you mind if I
Lick you.
enter your soul and talk to this creature?
Wait a minute.
Definitely not.
Yeah, probably not a good
You
idea.
definitely wouldn't mind, or
Do not do that.
All right.
I've already had one person trying to ask if they can enter my soul and talk to the thing. I don't want to.
Well, we'll all be together in your soul.
who was the other
Who's
person?
Why do you think I killed Allah?
I don't want to go into his hole.
I can't take him.
I don't think they heard that.
This wasn't an offer.
I can help you. I can't get rid of it. Most likely, if it's not gone already. Normally, they die from excess of living of soul. Because usually, the greater soul is slowly devoured by the lesser soul.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah.
In fact, when you were doing Necrodamus, you were doing your wider range, like, search of energies. The one thing that I would say your ability can kind of differ on is that when it's more wide-ranging, it doesn't hone in on of energies that are intentionally hidden. Outside is pretty hard to hide. Like, naturally, there's also a lot of physical traits, but if there's something that's hiding inside of a living human, in the same way that energy can do the same sort of thing, possession is known. Possession works in the almost opposite field, where you have to look with all of your magic at one thing to determine whether or not there is another form of energy literally sharing space in space with that
I
creature.
do know people that could help you. Unfortunately, I am more suited for warfare, as I'm a black cleric.
So you wouldn't be able to do it.
No, but some of my members of my order could easily help you.
Or if that you heard of the saint being in the city of the goddess Manut,
But a saint would also be able to, potentially.
or they used to. Saints used to be that type.
Any here?
Well, we're going to see the church, and maybe I can help you.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with churches. Church is good. I like it. Don't want some roadside magic show.
Alright, so it looks like you guys have a lot of different paths ahead. The other thing I don't know is Cicero. Your shop-wise, like, direction, where do you want to go? Like, you can probably find a shop anywhere.
So I just need to go to a post office.
Cool. Okay, so do you want to go to the port house where they said? I mean, that's just back the way you know. So easy. So you split,
Well,
or do you want to stay with them?
I mean, your problem is half fixed. You have, We're gonna go to a church. See, the problem is, I need one of you to come with me to get my crossbow and all of our stuff, or I will die.
Can you go to any post office?
Well, that's not related. I just need to do that before I leave.
Well, Million, if you come with us, I can...
What the fuck are you talking to?
Cicero, fuck. I keep forgetting. No.
I know, it's bad on me too, trust me.
Oh, Cicero. You can come with us and I can
Sissy
follow
boy.
you. I just need to go back to Ray.
No, I feel like curing him is he's gonna be a big journey.
Either way, we are just going north, so...
Yeah, but once you get your kids monkey, what are you gonna do?
Isn't your
I'm probably gonna. I'll wait around for
Oh yes, I have to
a few
find
days
Shiro.
outside the
He
city
was
because we want to
following
meet up again.
a zombie.
And if not, I'll probably leave, find my tribe, bring my kids with me.
Mark, I want you to follow them and protect them.
No, I think if I get
Which group are you?
I got cured.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'll start up a
I
shop.
will do my best. So,
Oh, there he is.
Just gonna have that in Gallagher? Yeah, another doctor?
Good boy.
It's called like it's trying to play a hunch, you know, like a real hunchback, not Notre Dame, kind of like
I see what you're trying to do. Good.
Well, then maybe I'll start up.
Good acting.
raises one of its three fingers.
Right.
Sorry, you said something?
No, brother.
Okay.
It's talking with its undead. It's worse.
Okay. John, you take him to a church. I'm gonna do my thing. I'll take like 20 minutes. You guys start going to the merchant road. I'll come with you. I will help oversee you getting your kids back. If that goes all fine, I'll come back into the city, and then I'll see how you two are doing. And we'll go from there.
Right.
I think we're literally all walking the same direction anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going that way. You're going.
All roads lead.
But I'll catch up with them. So.
Bid you
Merchant
farewell.
Road does go to the center of the city.
Oh, Sophia,
I'm gonna go with the horseman. Horseman, keep him.
I will persuade any guards who come into our path. We're going to leave the city on the north side.
And Gunfire, where will you be going?
Okay.
He's looking for someone to work.
Luckily, there's a lot of forests in the city, so I can probably run and hide.
Like, when in town, I could probably sell a part of my wares just to stay in this place for a while.
You can have the dragon.
Cicero, you should probably straight back to try and cash up on his dragon head.
That's what.
It's fine. You use that as a down payment. Because you don't have a license, I'm sure. You're a charming guy.
I'm just not sure the license in place with that. I haven't seen the good enemies around.
I mean, you haven't been attacked on sight, and they're really nice here.
That's
So.
fair, but I've had a hood up the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just like an old dwarf in a hood.
He actually just makes his way right and just starts to head in the direction of the porterhouse that you were getting led to originally. But, heads away from...
It was a pleasure meeting you!
Oh my god, we've severed with an NPC.
Remember to play us back.
Okay.
What a stand-up guy.
Wait, so who has the head?
Him.
Him?
Okay.
He also has his 600 kilos of metal, too. Yeah. He's a really fucking strong guy.
So are you all heading along the merchant road for a minute, and then Cicero and you're breaking off just to do shops?
Yeah.
You do find along the main road, which you begin to head on, that at the very end of this road, at the top half of the city, there is the biggest roadside merchant display. So,
I need a badge, just a post office.
Beautiful. Well, at the exit of the city, there will probably be something the same, but...
Yeah, and possibly the same whole thing.
Nice, and this is until I attack?
Yeah.
As you're moving through the
is the
city, you're noticing beautiful ribbons hung between the two-story buildings that are 40 feet apart, pink flags that have some color of the sanctuary on them. But in this celebration, Cornell might be the only one familiar. Which is...
I'm so glad I can see all of these.
Pride Parade, let's go.
Exactly, that's the problem. Yeah. They're the only one familiar.
They love gay people here.
Man, it's really loud for how late it is.
Yeah, in fact...
it's like 6 o'clock.
You're noticing...
Normally the streets were dead quiet in Calico, but...
In Calico, sure.
Yeah, you have miniature, carnival stalls in their early stages of preparation. They've probably just come into the city this afternoon and begun to set up some things along the sides of the main roads. This whole main street might soon be filled with festivities. Just this main road, or at least that you're aware of. So Cornell, even though you don't see the festivities, the sounds of pittons being sunk into the kind of loose gravel of this main road here. It is larger slabs of stone, but then surrounded by those stones are a granite that's very loose. It allows pittons to be sunk into, things to be strapped down and prepared for a very windy...
Guys, we should go to the Council of Coins Festival. That sounds so lovely.
You also hear behind you dozens of children missing from the Queen's quarters. The people's fathering. 2 men missing after an argument with a noble lady on the north side of the pier. Be wary. People are not as they appear.
Okay, well that's slightly depressing.
12.
They give the good news to begin with.
Just part of living in the big city, probably.
Really?
We always used to announce our bad news first.
As you move further up, another crier. Favored by the Temple of Teula, Braybor, the half-ton stone, and Heron, the fire fist, have succeeded in a recent underground incursion intent on attacking the king's fort from below.
What are the interesting things happening in the city?
Wow. That sounds crazy.
Anyway, let's keep going.
The Lord of the Underworld is about to reign onto the overworld.
That's so unfortunate for the city, huh?
But the festival's good.
I know the festival. Well, this is going to be real festival. Now, Ray, this probably is something that you've not thought about since, but you did want to investigate public records on an item that you were searching for, but if you don't want to do that while in the city, I totally understand.
I was thinking of double backing after anyway.
By chance, an
You can do it later, totally. Up to you.
Like your whole character's reason for
At the end of 6 hours of walking, you arrive at the kind of midpoint between Oakside Falls and the area, which you see is on just one raised elevation stone above the rest of this falls town area suburb. A bunch of what look like actual built constructs that mimic the design of kind of like a circus tent, but they are similar, some of them holding elven architecture. Proper elven architecture in the symmetry of the shape and the construct.
Very cool.
That is on the next, would you have felt like you have been going for the last 6 hours at a very slow uphill angle? Like 1 or 2 inclines off of a base. And as you have moved, this is the first steep sudden incline, but then it basically flattens out. And you get to the edge of the first part of the illuminated district, which is the Temple's Quarter.
I think this is where I have to leave. I think the Temple Quarter is where they told me to go.
Is it the right district?
Temple District.
Alright.
Illuminated.
The Temple District, yes.
Have safe travels, friends.
Cicero, it was nice knowing you.
I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I hope. I'll be.
I will get to you as fast as I can.
Okay. It will be north.
I like Melly.
Worry not, as long as you hold the item.
You're a good ally.
I shall find you.
Cornell. Oh, okay. That's you. I hope you have a swift recovery. If not, I'll see you soon.
Hopefully.
He just ignores you.
I expected that.
Sorry,
Wait, Mark's coming with us?
No.
I can only hear one thing at a time.
You'd think your hearing would be better because you're blind, but I guess not.
Actually, my smell is. And I got smell.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
I mean, you fought him in the town. I think it's 6 feet, at least, or 6'4".
Hey, big guy. I wonder if those zombies have been killed yet.
I'd assume so.
Can you sense if your zombies are still alive?
Technically, my command pool would drop, so yes. Also, one of them can't die unless for special means, so one of them will live no matter what.
You mean the knight that sent with these guys?
No. I have one of my zombies isn't a zombie, it's skeleton.
Oh, right. Okay.
And skeletons can't die.
It needs to be exercised.
It can only die by radiant damage.
John, it was strange meeting you. I'm sure we'll see each other again. I'll be back probably in a few weeks.
Alright, Cicero.
Okay.
It was a pleasure as well.
We're at the edge of this. This is the opening area, which obviously has all the shrines and temples, which you can see. But off to the side, you can see larger market stalls, that sort of thing. Actual squares of public interest, where these are more almost like a graveyard when you're going into it. It's very quiet, morbid, but very respectful. People give their prayer, move on. But you do notice even there's a lot of guards just stationed, around the specific temples. And
Do they look like Pride?
no, actually, just regular.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to bother you. Can you point me towards the closest Daily Mail?
For subscription or for levels?
I just want to send a letter.
To which part of the continent?
To Seratuni.
Understood.
Shouldn't be too hard, I assume.
This, and he literally just points to the very end of the street. There's a larger building at the end of the street. You get the idea that this is also the place where Cornell has to go for historical correlation.
Wait, is this the same place we get weapons registered?
No. Or at least what they said was that the location of where you would be asked to display your understanding of your weapons would be given to you with the great forms.
Mm-hmm.
This, however, as you're make your way to the large open kind of front entrance leading to a kind of large central room. It almost looks like a vaulted bank room entrance.
Are they still open this time of night?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Ruler's blessing.
To you as well.
You're noticing that shrine to Damitas, the god of water.
Puppy's brother, isn't he?
What are we?
Thanks.
And in fact, the symbolism of what he looks like is very similar to the imagery you got in episode 1/6 of the underground rat god. Not in the Hunspurse, not in the ears or the tail that image had, but in just the same garb. It's this very like Roman 2 or 3 sheets of cloth covering their whole body in a very like, somehow he's a man, but also is standing on top of a pedestal and is representing God. You know, it's humans. This one doesn't have the pointed ears or the tail, so yeah, it looks much more of just like the chiseled male form.
That's a man right there.
That is the only temple not directly guarded. Yeah, for Poseidon S. The other 2 have 2 guards at the front, and then one what looks like head priest on the inside, a woman with very interesting clothing, and on the other side it looks to be
interesting clothing, man.
Basically no pants, but looks kind of like
a skirt.
Wearing underwear.
Yeah, it's almost like her undergarments are formed into kind of like a weave, which are tight fitting, but also look to be like also straps where holsters would be, and that's on something like maybe she's not packing visibly, but she does have an interesting amount of leathers wrapping around her legs. Loose leathers. Her upper body has large flowing robes which do cut at the kind of like just beneath the ankle level, so they're not like full flow robes, and a weird pointed hat, which has kind of like a gold tip, but all of her outfit is like a maroon color. In the room filled to your right with the most graves, you're assuming this is like a head priest or a head representative of the god of sleep or rest or death.
Or all 3.
Opposite that structure is literally just a crypt, and guarding that crypt looks to be a man that is 7.5 foot tall. Looks to be just an insanely muscular form, carrying a weapon that looks like a scythe, but at the head it shows a crow's beak curved into a metal point. And his
don't fuck with the religious people.
And his helmet matches the weapon. It's literally just there is no eye sockets. There's just a metal crow skull with a large metal beak for his helmet on his face.
Eileen, but the dude version.
And that's like either side of you on these 2.
His job is just to stand there.
His job is to stand there.
I like it. I like it. Anyway, how you know the religious people?
He himself.
Because there's only one God.
So true.
And you're noticing that, while they're all to one god. Actually, even the temples, like the Church of Tides might be the only name given to the Damitas that isn't directly correlated to flame. Because you've got the what is it called? The Church of the Candle, and for the Goddess of Rest, Church of Tides.
Well done.
And then there's that one isn't even listed here. It's not. Yeah, so you can only see Church of Tides and Church of the Candle. You exit the end building, which has an engraved plaque on the side, basically saying designation of historical documents. A rather large building at the end of this. As you enter,
I went the wrong way. Oh, I'm alone. Nice.
You see Cornell is like maybe 40 paces behind you, and has just been led indirectly to you.
I don't know why I pointed. If the thing you're looking for is here.
What's up? What's going on?
The registration, you're 40 feet away, Cornell.
I need to get cured first.
Okay.
Yeah, then they say get cured, then go to the court.
Right, it's here. Just letting you know.
Okay, left or right?
I think it's there.
John's got you. You're fine.
People keep saying there.
Oh, I'll lead you. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you, John.
You see, Jonathan, you lead him to the corner of what looks like a temple, and you see a woman has already kind of made her way down ahead of your loud yelling in a graveyard, basically.
What? No.
No, it's not. But it does sound like one.
It's loud when there's completely silent around.
It's busier than it should be.
I am rude.
Maybe I am the room.
Maybe I am the problem.
Yeah, maybe. Very likely.
And as Jonathan, you watch Cicero exit the main streets and enter a large indoor bank-looking room, much like the structures that you used to build. You see a woman take a few steps down towards you, the one with the maroon pointed hat. You are looking for medicine?
We are looking for a exorcist.
I don't know if I like that term.
Yes.
I trust you, John. I trust you.
There is a saint I can call on, although it is later in the evening and she has just left. Would you like immediate support?
Can we wait?
Sure, yeah, wait a minute.
We should be able to wait.
I leave it up to you. And she simply just takes a few steps back and heads back and just stands waiting.
But is there any place to, like, stay?
You can only fast travel while you're sitting down.
The guards in front of you say, there's a few houses you can get places to stay at for rather cheap. I would head back.
No, you guys have any money.
Back to town. Not in the more expensive district. It might be harder for you to find the pay.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. Thank you very much, sir. We should find a place to stay the night, I guess.
All right. Is there a sitting place in any of the churches?
Yeah, there's a few sitting. I mean, there's a few pews for sure.
Do you want me to teach you how to pray to Krueler?
You can tell me or pray. Maybe I'll learn who this Krueler is.
Well, basically, and then I start explaining it.
Explain it in real time right now.
No.
Over the course of the explanation, the two guards at the entryway leave. You just see them disappear around the corner, and you see the main woman who is kind of standing in a place where now you are able to sit and to kind of sit in a room out of the wind's breeze, and where the small candles in the corners of the room kind of give that nice dull glow to you guys. But even though it's their space, you are invited in and invited to sit, and then when you do make yourself comfortable, they leave and leave you to your space. It's only when they're completely gone where, Jonathan, you look behind Cornell and you realize that there's like a shadowy figure who's kind of like standing silhouetted behind Cornell where you guys sit. Notice that he didn't walk into the temple. It's just...
But I am seeing a figure behind you. The black one. Behind the corridor.
Like right behind me?
Somewhat.
As you point back, you like it's one part of it's a wall. You feel the wall down to the side, and then you realize there's a bunch of space behind you that's kind of like loose, and where you're sitting is comfortable, but you're kind of just like leaning loosely against the wall. You hear the first two, like he's stepping down from not making sound. And you see a kind of shadowish veil drop over the kind of bald grey skull of a man that you remember not being so grey, Jonathan. Shaper. In a voice that sounds much younger. How you brim with positive energy. Light.
You remember me now, don't you? What is Israel?
Ah,
Is this the guy possessing
Father Carlos.
And who is this?
This is a friend of mine. He goes by Father Cornell. He seems to have been possessed by some strange entity, ruining his life. He seeks guidance to remove the being, I believe.
Preferably, yeah.
Or do you want to seal the being?
I'm just getting it gone. I don't care what happens to it as long as it is not in me.
And well, after my awakening,
Cicero's dead.
I feel a lot less powerful than I used to. Although I've never been good at exorcism.
Yes. This... It might be time that I gave you magic you were meant to hold, Jonathan. He begins to cast a spell, and the vocal component sounds a lot like a series of quiet, fervent whispers that seem to kind of change between actual words in your kind of original language, merging with a type of like bassy, just vibration. And you watch from the back of Cornell where the kind of dull shadow meets the back of his form. It seems to like, in the visible shadow, it seems to kind of like move like firelight. Like it becomes kind of disconnected from Cornell's kind of rigid stiffness. Like his shadow isn't moving. The lights aren't making his form flicker. You're seeing the shadow on Cornell's back kind of do almost swirls on itself, almost becoming like a vortex of shadow on the wall behind him. Cornell, I need you to make me a will saving throw.
Let me figure out what that is first. Alright.
Your DC is 20.
That is a 21.
Woo!
Damn. Guys, I'm really good at will save, surprisingly.
He's got will.
You're so good at this game.
I mean, to be fair, he is a deep.
You saved keeping the disease connected.
Nice. Wait, why would that be a saving for?
Because it's kind of happening to him and the other thing. Basically, you begin to watch Cornell's shadow on his back, the shadow behind him, swirl and then almost vortex. The shadow itself becomes off the ground, floating, becomes materialized, and then becomes to kind of drift into the hand of the Necronomus. And you're watching, at some points, Cornell is sitting there. And then you watch, in part, his body just twist and keep twisting until Cornell is as if Cornell's whole form was Play-Doh and then was put into a blender. And you just watch Cornell just begin to twist and turn and not change, just condense. Well, I thought I would be getting to the sacrifice, but maybe this is required. The spell does work better when the subject is willing, but to demonstrate, and as he places one hand on Cornell, Cornell is now an almost floating ball of mass that is spinning. You're seeing arms kind of dislodge and separate and then reconnect. There's this horrible slushing sound.
Am I conscious through this?
The moment that you start to freak out about something being behind you, and Jonathan start to talk with this guy, something happened, and there's a moment where you just
That's what happens when you split the party.
I guess, yeah. Some wizard turns me into Play-Doh.
It seems criminal, but from Cornell's chest, blood and viscera basically explode, but instead of landing on the ground, the blood just stays floating in the air, and it is completely black, then changing color into a dull white, as all parts of Cornell seems to separate, turn into a sphere, into white embers of separate... You're getting my dirt. That flow back into the Shaper of Soul's center palm as he looks to Jonathan and says,
Fear not, all of the creatures are absorbed with this magic are in a form of stasis. Once you gain enough power, you will bring them back. Bringing them back will be little cost to you.
Cornell's spirit is absorbed while Jonathan watches as the Shaper of Souls takes a main character and deletes it.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
You and Plato.
I saved you from becoming another sheep. I helped Farina bless you. With my help, I made you powerful, but now I have come to seek something in return. Power. You must realize that our fates are now as one. Our goddess has tested our strongest. If we seek to survive the growing power of the Void Tear, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is only one place on this continent we can go, where our...
You don't deserve it anymore.
Where our Farina defended, the Fountain of Fate, of which the power of 5 remain bound, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
You're not talking about bringing back weapons of ancient war times that we forbid.
Only the divergent creations. Our goddess named them the Mamono, a shadow of energy, a blessing to join hundreds of bones to form these vessels who contain the physical reflex needed to take you there. This place. The effort our mistress has put into giving you the power you need. The tear of the void grows ever wider, and now new and old Sephira won't be enough. I order you from her lips, reach the fountain of fate, not to bathe in the light of the 5, to take it. Everything. You are the first child to be born of positive that can channel the negative. You must be its key, its doorway, its channeler, and through you, make no mistake, the path to the divine will be paved with dead gods. There will be blood on your murderous hands. You both know, just like you, will never bow to them.
Of course. But are you saying that Farina finally returned? Did the Red succeed?
I feel the expansive divinity she left in her absence. And no, her return is not so certain, but your energy is key to her. Before you go, my last lesson to you is a spell you will need when you reach the Fountain of Fate. The Shaper of Souls smiles, and you notice for the first time there are like 2 little pointed teeth, like vampire tusks, that are like barely visible at the corners of his mouth. Something you definitely didn't notice before. I will be joining you in spirit. use this scroll now as a test to absorb me.
Master, I have just awakened.
It won't be hard.
From so long, you can't... I need to know what's going on.
I am already at my last legs, so to speak.
Her grace has vanished from me.
Jonathan, this is my purpose. To give you this, to safeguard your passage to the Fountain of Fate, or as it was known when we were growing, the Well of Revelation.
All right, Master. I will believe in Verina's choice and your wisdom.
For we are I, and this must be done. Right?
He seems like a real dick.
Cicero misses the kind of brighter glow from that building behind
I think
him.
I definitely missed that.
Yeah, I'm just in stasis. I'm gonna turn into Brandt.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you watch as the spell he helps you learn tears through the Chamber of Souls. Like watching a cannonball pass through a human body. For a moment, his face looks grim but happy.
Then he turns into spaghetti.
Awful, his form liquefies but not falls onto the ground, just floats, drops of blood turning into light, then spiraling themselves into you, inside of Jonathan's head. You hear, "You spoke the spell with brass ferocity, like I knew you would." You now realize that you might have another person catching a ride in your brain.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, as I am fully connected with her right now, what she tells me, to be a god is to be the lion in a world of cattle. It is about power, and from the gods, power is not given, it is taken. Hold on. And that's the last thing it says to you. And we'll cut to Cicero.
What about Cornell?
Jake,
It's a real. It happened fast.
your profile picture. It's about power.
It's about drive. Stay hungry and lead a fire.
Didn't even know her until that Friday.
So he absorbed Cornell, and then I absorbed him. So meaning I need to resummon him, so he can resummon Cornell.
Essentially like Pokemon.
Hey, you know what? That greater demon is now stuck behind 2 seals. Wow. 3 seals. Wow.
Might be some of the only ways you can temporarily hold back something like that.
I don't know, Cornell was doing quite fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't. No one was actually holding the monster in stasis, but now there is. So.
Now it's in triple stasis.
Well,
everyone's like, "What the fuck? We didn't know this was a problem."
you hate my character.
Somehow. I didn't expect a war to be in this campaign.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Wow, what a nice little bank.
You find a series of 4 desks, 4 booths, and 4 basically barricaded iron bars to keep only like an arm length in, reachable. And the people inside are happy to inquire on what your expedition in here is for.
It's a trifling matter. I simply wish to send a letter to a dear friend of mine in South Uni.
Oh, yes.
I have the letter, but I don't have an envelope. I don't know if that's a thing you guys do, but I require an envelope or something.
Absolutely. And you actually see that this human walks away, and a half-elf kind of comes out, faces you.
Good evening.
He doesn't speak like your kind at all, but...
He's a half-breed, why would he?
I am head of the restorative guild of... We're here for mailing services.
Yes.
This is not our primary, but we can
I can handle it too. Cliffport? Far to the east.
Oh yeah, forest.
Closer west. Didn't think so. Whatever.
Halfway in between.
So you sure you're not a resurrection of fated bone?
I like that one better.
That is actually, it looks like it is a fully done spell, but he didn't tell you how to do it or why it's a part of this same list.
Where's the resurrection of a friend who got turned into Play-Doh?
Of a great friend.
Of a really good guy.
Of a cool lad.
Who had a gun.
Had been there.
He was blind, but we can't fix that.
My gun is Play-Doh.
Lamau.
Cicero, you organize the one paper. It is 1 gold and 8 silver.
Yes, of course. Actually, I don't think I have 8 silver. Anyway, here's 2 gold. Is there it's unlikely that I will send many letters from here, but is there like a way to make an account so that it would be easier for you?
Yes, we can. Yeah, and he gives you.
I only have a temporary license. I just arrived in the city today.
Puts an ink
so I do not know if that will be required.
In front of you and then the pen on top. Here's a 10-form document so you can stay religiously bound. But you basically get bound to the guilds of what's it called? Of the temple. It's not. It calls itself a guild under paperwork, but it is basically just considered a religious qualification to send mail. It's a really weird, unnecessary part, but when you go through the professional postway, this might be 5 silver more expensive, but at least
no problem.
We have some insurance if the mail is not reached. We can at least tell you that it wasn't reached.
I will rewrite the letter. It's perfectly fine.
And you watch a fair few people come in, and by the time you're nearly finished, most of those people never left, but are at the point where they're leaving as well, and you've been working on this for maybe 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, the most boring, monotonous paperwork ever. Extensive resources, but you're noticing some of these people are pulling out binders full of magical scrolls, clearly jealously guarded by themselves.
Would have loved this place.
You see 2 high.
You're dead. Never would have turned you into Play-Doh.
Completely cleaned, well-shined weapons that, as they hit the table, you can hear there's a certain vibration. It's just not metal. It's got that magic in it. The Viper's.
It's got that dog in it.
It's got that dog in it.
Yeah.
That magical dog, and obviously some of these people. It looks like somehow it's also religious holdings. This place not only does mail, but also can hold family relics, things of historical note. And you can see as the swords are handed in, money pouches are given to the recipient. So it's not it's actually like a trade-in type of thing, even though by the looks of it, they're just holding it for you.
Trade in your old +1s. 12 gold.
+1 daggers.
And as you leave, Jonathan, you've been done for maybe 15 minutes. What are you willing to do while Cicero is still inside the building, quarter way away?
I lost Cornell.
I think after whatever just happened, it happened so fast.
Eat a drink, bro.
I'm in about 5 minutes.
Please.
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes, just I'm here. Says a bunch of prophecy shit, and it's now absorb me.
Yeah. Take me. What's up? I'm the Satan worship. No, eat me.
It's kind of like Invasion Day, right?
Walk out, a bit confused. Right, well of destiny. I remember it slightly, but...
The Fountain of Fate, you remember it perfectly.
Fountain of Fate. I would remember it perfectly.
They also called it the Well of Revelation, which was the last name it was given, but mixed the two together.
Hey, Cicero. Sorry, Cornell. You turned into a blob.
Well, I guess I could talk to Cicero and see
John,
what he's
it's
up
been
to.
10 minutes. What are you talking about?
And then go here.
Like, you maybe had 20 minutes of normal conversation with Cornell, while Cornell told you the basic understanding of religion in this city, and then an old man snatched him from behind, so, yeah.
Oh shit, you catch me coming out. How long
He can just look in and see you. Like, it's an open hallway, you're there, but, yeah.
Cicero!
He just walks up to you.
Oh, hey, Jonathan.
You finished, please?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Thank you. And she just leaves.
Could I ask you to have a drink with me? I need a long conversation with you.
Oh boy.
I need to diffuse what just happened to me.
With getting Cornell fixed? Did he just walk off or something?
Over the drink.
Sure.
Good. Okay.
So I have 10 more pages to go.
That's okay.
You're writing a long day.
Oh no, I've already written the letter.
This is just
I'm just doing paperwork now, yeah.
Can we time skip to the...
Yeah. No, I will in fact.
No, he's going to spend here doing the flip page thing
You
that
have
I
to name everyone in your bloodline to get it signed.
No, yes.
I only need more than 10 pages.
You head down the Farrier Road, and you're specifically just looking for...
Anywhere to sit in and just, like, a table of two. And his carrier over his. He just wants to sit down.
You find the castle. Does not look like a castle, but the sign says the castle, and it is considered just what looks like a kind of larger,
What is it
wider...
against humans just naming their taverns the most random things?
This is quite peculiar.
Well, don't judge until you go to the pen.
As you enter, you can see it's very, it's got a lot of military themes. A lot of, looks like rough-made crowns that are for sale. They're kind of like a display item for...
I understand.
I will take a pale ale, and my friend will...
Do you have like an apple juice? Maybe some plums? Plum juice?
You're seeing what looks like a kind of a rather plump-looking human woman, maybe in her mid-40s. Silver hair. Yes, of course. We've got freshly squeezed orange juice if you're after that. But if you want apple juice, I could go down and probably gather some for you. But you
Is this
want
a
an ale?
drunk conversation? Because I had stuff to do later.
No, we're not drinking too much.
Okay.
Yeah, and she just...
Yeah, the orange juice was good. You don't have any money, do you?
It's just maybe I didn't. Here you go.
He flicks one gold coin.
Oh, far too much. Way too much. I love adventures.
Appreciate it.
Sit down. This may take a while.
The whole deal happened in 5 minutes.
5 minutes ago, they've walked for 5 minutes. They're now stopping. First break.
Cornell has been placed into a state of stasis.
What does that mean? You mean is in like a coma?
Like, put in... You know when something freezes and it can't move?
You mean like an
When you freeze animals to death.
Start from the start, Jonathan.
You know when you preserve meat.
You know when you do taxidermy to make nice little animals, making them look realistic and alive?
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. But they are permanently stabbed in a unaging state. That is what
So he
stasis
was
is.
placed in a magical slumber.
Yes. And he was sealed away. Luckily, I have the way to
It's been 25 minutes. What are you talking about? This just happened? You found the saint you were looking for and you just put it in...
I found my master, and he did not even attempt to exercise
The
him.
master of...
And decided to seal him.
The priest of the goddess of the dead. You found him just here.
I think that time has took a toll on him, and he wanted to leave the world as fast as possible.
What? He was a priest of one of the churches here? You just found him. Did you know he was going to be here?
He wasn't a priest of the church.
He is not a priest of this church.
You just walked into a random church and you found this guy.
It's about the whole conversation. It's about 5 minutes. Out. In and out, 5 minutes.
When you learn to live forever,
In an adventure. 5 minutes, I promise.
you sometimes give up on life.
No, I get that part, yeah.
God, Rick. Oh, God.
Things usually aren't supposed to live forever, and if they do, they're built in with the capability to want
It's
to live
why
forever.
people of my church commonly communicate with elves who also lives as long.
Sorry, Cornell is in a casket in like a church or something?
No, he's in stasis with me.
What does that mean?
Well, the way the spell works, it's called the Gate of Fated Bones.
Sounds lovely.
And the second step is the release, the resurrection of Fated Bones, to release them from their imprisonment.
That'd be so funny if you didn't know that one.
Okay.
Anyways, I was given a prophecy, or a quest, and I need assistance for it.
No doubt.
Great, another thing.
No doubt.
Cicero's We've been here for an hour.
I must find the Fountain of Fate.
What is that?
An ancient...
I heard of the Fountain of Fate. That didn't make sense.
An ancient legendary... where many churches fought against a great evil. There's apparently a void rift is open.
During the... Wait, this is a vault from the Great Divide?
He didn't explain it, but he said a void tear was growing wider, and you're probably assuming this is due to the last battle that didn't end fully in your favor.
The void tear...
The what?
...is opening further. I don't know much about the void. Actually, I know quite a bit.
We know that it's a gateway, and that if it's touched, it sends
It is
you
a
there.
gateway to the negative plane. The plane of unlife. Undeath.
I know what that is.
It's full of
Yes.
positive energy.
There's a portal
People
to
sacrifice themselves for him.
the undead realm. Where? Where is
I
it?
do not know where, but that's not important.
I think it is important.
He said
It really is.
that something was being created to guide you there.
But something is being created to guide us.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, of course. Something is being created, huh?
The Fountain of Fate, or the Well of
The Well of Revelation.
But the Well of Revelations will explain the secrets, as it holds the secrets of all gods that left this plane.
The laws thou.
It is the graveyard of the gods. And I need a team to help me get there.
This is a rough 1 hour journey for Cicero.
Ma'am, can I have a whiskey, please?
How Costa?
You see, if the void tear opens further, the Voidborn will enter our world.
What the fuck?
I'm changing voice. But then after that, after the Voidborn enters our world, a great catastrophe of unaliving will happen, where souls will dissipate and burn up for never to return again, breaking the reincarnation cycle, causing all of life to vanish from existence itself.
Aiden, stop laughing. It's good. He can't say the big D word on YouTube. It gets us demonetized.
The void tear is growing bigger.
I got that part. Oh, thank you.
You're not really asking any questions, so I'm just going on top of my head, but I don't know what you don't know about this stuff.
So, your master asked you to find a place that has a bunch of dead gods in it, and these dead gods will allow you to close this rift to the world
More like
of the dead that will...
a centerpiece of power from the lost gods.
So you're gonna find a magic-y thing that will allow you to close the rift and save...
Except getting there will be dangerous, as it was deemed forbidden to ever release that magic once more. After the Great War, because we had to hide it.
I should also mention that once Shape of Souls entered your body, all of your undead changed their orders immediately and just started coming back to you.
Great.
That sounds like you're gonna need some sort of
So
suicide.
the temple district is going to be full of undead soon. Good to know.
They're pretty far away. They're about 6 hour journey from where Jonathan is, but yeah, they'll.
Jonathan. Gonna admit, I think this is a little out of my pay grade. A little, imagine the distance from here to the Keter Sanctuary, much further. That's the pay grade difference is much further than that, and it's really far, several months by ship.
Yes.
And you still think that I can help?
Well, I didn't need anyone's help. I got nobody.
This seems like a problem that many servants of many gods will know about soon, and you will have many people just coming out of the woodwork to help you.
I don't think you need me. I am just a guy with a bow.
But
I don't think I can help you.
you do have a god, don't you? I know of him.
No doubt.
Jonathan, I don't know if you know this, but I am dying. What I have is, as far as I know, incurable. And I sort of was just planning on using my last few, however long, to fix my allies' problems. And then, I don't know, do something else. Cornell, I thought maybe could have been fixed, but I guess now he's just inside of you or something.
He is in a stasis, probably locked away in the
It's
abyss.
like a semi-plane thing? Is he in an item or something? Yeah, okay. I assume you didn't fix him, you just put him in stasis so that the demon didn't just eat him?
Yes.
Right.
So if I want to release him, he will still have the demon, meaning I will need to get a Grand Cleric or an Archbishop to help me solve that problem.
I mean, you could still go and ask around. I mean, you sort of just found one guy. I know you knew him, but then he gave you a quest. I'm sure there's a saint here you could probably go and ask.
Sure.
You should probably go and ask the saint for help. Okay. My problem is that my god, my creator, I think I broke one of his main scriptures, and now I can no longer connect to the life force of all else.
But if you go on a divine quest, where he wants one of the gods to hold his secrets there, maybe you can rekindle.
That's a very, very large maybe.
But a highly likely one.
No.
I was an allied with lots of elves in my days.
Sure.
If you want redemption for your god's eyes, is a path.
Potentially.
Taking a mission from gods is a dangerous one.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes not even rewarding. But when they smile on your fate, it will change indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
And yours is a curse of divine intervention.
For me. Do you even have any leads to where this well is? Altar?
I remember where it is.
Okay, where is it?
Because I was there.
Where is it? Is it just down on the other side of the continent? Maybe a few days ride away, maybe it'll be good. I still need to get my crossbow too.
Do I do a roll or anything? Or do I say on top of my head?
So that's up to you. It's actually at.
Do I be like, that's up to you, bro?
Do you know? Yes. Yes, I know.
Alright.
It's as you're having this conversation that you've got a new person that enters the bar, but doesn't enter it normally.
Normally, I would clock this, but right now I don't.
They are, they're flanked by another person that you clocked earlier and you would recognize, but you're,
Not at all.
You're just focused on drinking. I think that's the important part. You hear behind you,
Our Lady who doth shine in the heavens, please continue to bestow upon us the blessed flame, ashes to ashes, bones to dust. There was someone in here who I am here to help, who was looking for the divine aid of the saint.
You're a bitch. Should have waited 10 fucking minutes.
There you go.
He didn't expect it to be immediately.
Oh, hey, John. There you go. That's what you need.
Please, come sit down. What is your name?
My name is Saint Sebastian Marilia.
Sebastian Marilia. You believe in...
Because why not?
Who do you believe in?
Goddess and temple Krueler.
Krueler.
But the designation I cover under her wing is the goddess of rest and sleep. Ranult.
Gets his tea up.
Well...
Wait.
From like that little thing under the arm.
Ranult is an aspect of Pearl.
In this city, all gods are considered an aspect of Krueler.
Oh.
In fact, to not have her connected would be
Do you mind if I test your faith?
sacrilege. Test my faith?
Yes.
I suppose.
Thank you.
A kingdom united by the faith their members share. What are you proposing?
I'm doing an insight check. To just get if there's any actual divine power in him. And that's not one. Wow.
That one?
That one for Jonathan.
Rejection.
You're kind of getting a good sense. The fact that most people who are incredibly powerful divine practitioners can normally hide their magic from simple observation. You're guessing it could be there. That being said, he's not actively producing magic or anything like that. But does have a lot of ornamental robes, clothing, blacks and reds and maroons. Little bits of gold in the corners.
Well, I have been talking to my friend because I have been given a divine revelation. A quest to start a new crusade.
Crusade time.
Do you understand why it is you get this request?
No.
Do you devote yourself fervently to the great god? Goddess of fire?
I devote to another god. But she is lost. Now, we must gather everyone, if we can. The collapse of this world is happening. A tear in the void has begun.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna get another drink, and I'm gonna stand up and go to the bar.
You're just, avoiding the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside the window.
And the life cycle of life and death
Yeah, you guys are getting there.
are never going to be repaired or fixed ever again.
Those who turn their back on the faith have no place in the world the king's congregation builds. Yet, some reject the simple teachings of the temple and change paths to that of rebirth, like you have done, entrusting their faith to outer beings, concepts like the Lord of Suffering. But you worship a goddess?
Yes.
Rare to see one that I've not heard of. By name, more by energy. You're very unique. The holy flame, the holy temple of the pure flame serves to unite the remnants of those historical gods. All of the world's various religions, governments, and scientific groups were joined and brought together to orbit the major capital of Keter Sanctuary, the protected land of the pure Tuella. This temple, this city of which we call our temple, is the brightest light mankind has, and our ultimate truth. So inside this city, you should find enough answers to leave it, knowing where you'll go.
Well, I am on a divine quest to find the Well of Revelations, which luckily I know well. But to get there is of great danger.
Jonathan, make a insight check for me. Sense motive.
It's like, nope. This is how Jonathan leads the party. He just goes on a grand quest by himself.
You do like the whole like going around the entire like tavern just to see if there's another door. You get all the way back to the front, like the front stairwell where you're still out of sight, but you're looking into like, fuck, it is just one main door.
Sorry, what is it? Diplomacy or?
This is sense motive.
Sense motive. On him? Okay.
So great of this. And I will run down the street up the wall.
I got 11. I got 11, so that's awful.
Oh, your friend is running away. It's maybe the distraction.
I think I have unloaded too much on him.
Yeah, I think so too.
He stands up. Religion can do that.
Is he gonna sprint after you?
I have a job to do, but because your friend that needed the medical aid clearly doesn't need it. Which, by the way, you're looking at him, you're pretty sure he thinks that Cicero is Cornell. In terms of
Cornell is a potato.
That friend has been forsaken by the All-Father of Trees. You should know what that means for an elf.
They're little.
Oh.
I got one.
Well, it's basically being turned back on your holy protector. When you still believe.
They are and were religiously persecuted. Tuella's good graces. That is why the head of the Old Father's remaining clergy here, a man named Monarch, no longer resides inside of the city walls.
I see.
Our species, over the last 50 years, has thrived on the age of wealth and rapid expansion, on innovation and freedom of enterprise. Before the Great Divide, there were myriad forms of religion and governments across and through our world. But when the gods decided to depart, they fell apart. Only the temple of this city held strong. That tells you something about faith. Well, I must be going, now that the request can no longer be answered.
No. I still need to gather up a crusade. And I do not know how I'm going to do that.
He's just about to leave, and then he says, I might have an idea for you. On the Inspireway Road out of town, there is a group of Perdition members that are expecting smugglers to be running away with children. They have gathered Firefist Heron, Monarch, and Oscar. All three are powerful members of the city. alongside the perdition to stop the smugglers from getting away, assuming they are caught north of the city walls. If you're looking for a large enough crew, just outside the city, you may find what you're looking for. Provided you have enough reason to let them join your side, or can convince them.
Thank you for your help, Father.
And he doesn't even look back at you, turns the corner and leaves. Loki, Ray, let's get it.
I'm treading behind Loki.
Let's get it.
With my shield and... So do I... What's the go with your guy? Who do I command him? Does he just...
He's just protecting you. That's the only one. He's walking down. And halfway through, he lost the order.
Oh, true.
So... Yeah.
Well, I got Shiro.
I'm going out.
The full day to walk.
Yeah. It's just me and Ray?
Seemingly.
And Shiro.
And Sophia. And Shiro.
Sophia.
I'll let Sophia go on my back, and I'll pick up Ray and sprint. I'm joking. I'll just...
Yeah, I'm treading 20 foot behind you.
Shame.
And keeping an eye out.
That would be fun, man.
So I'm thinking...
I don't want exhaustion.
I'm thinking I'm like back left of him, Shiro's back right of him, and he's up there. Like 20 foot behind.
Wait, your dog's humanoid, you can't ride it.
Make a jump on his back.
No, he gets to ride it.
It'd just be carried by
I'm just
it.
being...
Small strength.
No.
Yeah.
True! Your dog can just carry you. It has so much strength.
I have so much strength.
The dog's 28 strength is pretty good. But
oh, right.
How the dog carry you? Why are you walking?
Why not?
Because he likes
it's
using
like,
his legs.
it's like if a bone thing with 3 fingers was carrying a furry monster. Like it's
You have gold, buy a cushion.
2 red alarms holding each other.
Yeah, why are we
I don't
trying
think there's anything important out there.
Yeah. We have time.
You're right, we don't have to go fast.
Wait, what time of day is it when we arrived?
It was like after evening.
So yeah, a full time through the city, you'll be exiting basically at the same time you start.
2 hours remaining before deadline?
No,
we have
48 hours was the total deadline.
No, but the following night.
Yeah.
We had a 22-hour walk. 2
So
hours.
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to get your kids killed.
So at some point I'll let Shiro carry me.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
At
fine.
some point, I wouldn't even say that you're getting a rest, which is just not getting the exhaustion out of walking for a whole day. And I mean, I wouldn't make you do that anyway for one whole day of walk, but then if you went all the way back through the city, that's, yeah.
Nice, I'm going to hold you back to me as well.
And I would say for you, honestly, I'm never going to worry about just walking and
Central always walk.
Yeah. You guys reach the gates,
Literally can't do anything
and
else.
it might be a 30 to 40 minute wait if you're entering the city. Leaving the city, you are filed through pretty quick. They don't check your paperwork, but they do check your supplies and the amount of weapons and stuff you've got on you.
I'm no supply, except for Dragon Head and all, which I still have.
I think you have the dragon head.
No Dragon Head?
All of that was given.
Cool, perfect.
You got your weapon, right?
Yeah.
I have a giant axe and a halberd.
These things are noted as like your characteristics upon leaving the city, just so if you come back, they know what to come.
If I see a centaur with 3 very big weapons, they know it's me.
You have some person that's like their whole job is to sketch your face, so that when you re-enter the city, they can see and have kind of a good idea. And this guy starts to like schedule really fast on like the lower horse body, like scrunches the paper and just says, "No,
Horses are really fun.
Just writes down centaur.
just doesn't." You don't see him like he was gonna do it, and then just seemingly gave little shits. Wanted to look at you rather than actually be drawing. And as you exit onto a grass road, like there is dirt patted, but mostly kind of like loose leafed trees. It's coming into the autumn season, so there is a lot less foliage.
So it's now like 9 p.m. on the 29th?
It's about... There's only 28 days in this month. And you arrived on the 20th, and you arrived on the 26th, and it's now been a full 24 hours, so it's the end of the night of the 27th.
Okay.
We are going to be meeting up with perhaps another centaur, which has, I don't know how many
Two.
children do you have? 2?
2.
Okay. with two well, how old are they?
Oh, God.
You said it was her age.
Maybe. It's been so long.
Okay,
It should
how
be
old?
15.
Are you good at math?
How long have you been away from them? 10 years?
Yes.
Jeez!
Okay,
They might not even recognize you. Are you sure you're their dad?
we do not know what will happen if there are problems, so I'd just be cautious.
I can cast Divine Favor on one of you to help improve a weapon quality.
You know what? You have a good idea. Not with that, but you reminded me of something. I'm going to...
Maybe save.
No, I don't. I still am learning about magic. I don't know
strength
about
in
it.
case my
I'm
children
going to
are injured.
use my
Or we get
inner...
injured.
I have energy
I
to
forget
give
what's
to
called.
you. I think you might need it.
Here's my paper. Here's my paper. Wheel or woe? What is it called? Augury. Yes, augury. I hate that word. It's like, how do you pronounce it when you look at it?
Even if it looks like an alg.
Thank you.
No problem.
I never wanted to say algry, like angry. Algry.
So I'm going to use...
You don't have to say it's pronounced Augury.
Wheel or woe,
You can just
right?
remember that it's pronounced
Well,
Augury instead of
more
reading
looks like
the word.
augury. Shut up.
I don't have anything to do to prepare. I'm just ready, always.
Oh yeah, is it a 10-minute ritual?
Shut up, barbarian. There's no need to prepare.
Yeah.
It's just a action. It might be a minute, but I don't remember. It doesn't matter, I don't think. My question is...
I love that question.
Will the outcome of tonight's meeting be good?
Oh,
like
you could do like good
safety.
party.
Will tonight yield a safe environment? Exchange.
The answer is
I have a really bad feeling about it tonight, and I do not think it will go well.
Well, we know it's they're going along this road, so we'll just wait here a bit away from the gate.
Sophie, is that her name?
no, her name is Matilda.
Okay, Matilda.
Matilda Hierovalva.
Fucking hell. Sophia, you should come over to me, get off his back.
Okay.
It's a long way for her little legs.
Can I just sit on like this log over here?
You can sit. You can just sit on Chiro's back.
I just realized
we're not stopping. Okay.
this letter's incredibly racist. They just assumed I'm the father of 2 central children.
They didn't even give you an address to who it's from or who it's meant for. Just assumed.
And apparently your father is a cruel warhorse.
It's very vague, but it does apply, but it's still vague.
Okay, so that's you. Sophia, prepare for a bad outcome tonight. It is not going to be good. So, what preparation magic?
I can look into my book and see if we're going to be attacked by cultists.
I don't think we're going to be. I mean, we might be.
Oh, we're going to be attacked by cultists. There's only 3 of us. We're not safe.
Well, our meeting is 5-6 hours, so we have.
Oh, it's in that time?
Well, it's about 5 p.m. The letter, if you look at it, says 11 p.m.
I'm gonna go an hour and a half out, make a camp, then come back. So there's someone retreat to.
Okay. You mean further away
into the forest?
He just left. I'll be back in 3 hours.
I'll be back in 3 hours. Well, 4 hours.
Well, we don't know if this is the location.
Wait, he's not allowed back in now because he.
Oh, no,
they're outside the walls.
If you look at the map, Inspire Road is just outside the walls.
And that's the one. You're getting to a point now where there's some rises to elevation which leads to a kind of, I'd say it's a relatively flat road towards a rocky hill, so you can see anyone descending towards you, but at the kind of more ground level of the city, either left and right of the path, decent sized forest. Like just kind of surrounding the edge of the woods.
Okay,
and I should mention also, Moki.
Yep.
You notice you guys come across in the first hour of moving up out of the city, I would say, like you had just started, you're moving through to the forest. You get just a bit off path, and you notice there's kind of like a simple wooden hut. It's rather long.
Does it look abandoned or like?
Doors closed. Inside looks like it's barred windows, but not like shuttered. So you can see through it if you want to look.
I'll look. I don't have to make a stealth.
You don't have to make a stealth. It's just.
I'm not both stealth, man. I'm assuming it's abandoned.
Oh yeah. If you want to do perception, you can.
Let's do it. Oh.
Okay. It looks actually like it. I mean, despite the outside looking relatively well kept, but just there's not a lot of overgrowth. It looks like a store, like some sort of like general goods store or shop front. Everything inside, despite it being shadowed, appears to be like wall display cases and shelving racks.
The window of the bar. What about the door? Is that also like a bar behind it?
Yeah. If you look through the window and into the house at a kind of angle, you can see that there's no bar on the door or on the other side.
It's just locked. Okay, I'll just twist the handle until it breaks and go in.
Yeah. Well, would I question the fact that you can just kind of break a door up? No. All right.
Wanton acts of vandalism? Of course you can. No problem.
So you enter inside what appears
to
be
level 5 barbarian.
Basically a abandoned storefront, and there is a smell of salted meats kept on meat racks. You look past a wall, past the door where there would be a bedroom. It's basically just like a meat locker.
This abandoned hut is like on the road, right?
It is like 20 feet off a road, yeah. Or I'd say 50 feet off a road, yeah.
I'm gonna read for supplies when I come back.
You just like close the door mostly, and it's still. Yeah.
Is there tall grass around it?
Yeah, relatively. I'd say the grass is not. It's not kept out here. It is overgrown, but not to like a enormous. I'd say you've got at least 3 feet of tall grass, which is that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like,
okay.
that's like,
good.
But right at the edge of the road, it's maybe like 1 foot grass. But then like 20 feet out.
Can I still see Murky?
You see him up to a point. He looks like he investigates the side of an abandoned hut and doesn't notice you wave and leaves.
Break and enter.
Oh, he sees me. He went back.
He got you? He's not coming. I just see him running further into the forest.
No.
Does he understand hand signals?
That means keep going. You're doing good.
I under one hand signal, and it's to convey to kill someone.
What is that hand signal?
This.
Murky.
Makes sense.
What are you going deep into the forest for?
I'm just going further in until I can't see the road, and then 5 more minutes, and then I'm just setting up a rudimentary camp.
Sweet, okay. And kind of like digging yourself a fire pit hole sort of thing? Or, keeping it...
Leave trees and put them in.
Make a survival check for keeping an environment that's...
Right. I want something that is like, we can stay there for a night or two, but also can we easily just cover up.
Yeah, I'm thinking of all the basics, like a bit of stealth, a bit of cover, a bit of all of it.
Still do some of your plus.
19.
Good. Okay, yeah. You find a few good spots, but you get your pick between closer to the wall, further away. Like, you're still moving around the forest that surrounds the outer wall, the outside of the city, but...
I don't know how humans guard their cities.
Usually with guards.
I mean, you're not seeing four... You're not seeing four...
Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't know how humans guard that massive walled cities, because I've never been to one.
I mean, you're seeing... Like, at the gate, there was their patrol, and, like, enough patrol that it could be intimidating, but not for you.
I'll go a bit away from the wall.
Yeah, there are no patrols of people heading on ground level. This is
good.
So, yeah.
So I'm going to prepare a ambush spot along the road with using the high grass and the forest line.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Yeah, make a...
So it's already good because Shira is able to hide really well in high grass.
Yeah. I would say...
Peeks out over it.
Except he has a +7.
Make a stealth check for me, but do it with your with just a +2 bonus on top of that, just for the environment.
Nice.
Yeah, 7's not that high.
But like... From a +3 to a +7, pretty nice. Then +2, it's not great.
No, it's not, is it?
12. I rolled a 3, okay?
Roll for your Shiro, too.
That was for sure.
Oh, okay. Roll for you. You also get that +2 bonus using the same environment.
Me, bro. We've been rolling terrible.
9. So obviously this doesn't seem like it's working out. So
obviously this isn't working out.
So since we got several hours, I'm pivoting.
A farmer walks by you and is like, "What the fuck?" It runs.
I will.
How are you able to tell that it's not working out?
Huh?
How are you able to tell apart from meta?
Wait, how do I know it's not working? Well, in this circumstance, maybe I'm obviously like peeking up. I'm above the grass. I'm too fat for the tree. Right?
Yeah, you need Sophia to say, "Hey, you're not actually covered enough."
Exactly. And Sophia's with us, not with him.
You're not fat, bro. It's just poopy.
Look, where's Moki, okay? The problem is that the horseman who's the whole reason for coming out here is us being with him is gone. I'm freaking out.
Just Moki things.
Look, the traffickers will be coming along this road.
Okay, so maybe if you hide a little bit more against the rock and the high grass?
Potentially.
Like, just maybe stay a full 30 feet away from the road.
The other idea I had was to use us as a distraction. Someone is laying down flat on the road, or something like that.
I could probably do that.
Yes.
Not you.
Oh,
it should be me.
Really?
Well, yes, you'd be probably just trotted over and
I
not
killed
seen.
a weird squirrel thing.
Oh, that little dog in armor is dead.
Just throw it on the side.
Actually, take his armor off first, and then his sword, and everything of value, and then toss him his corpse to the side.
Yeah, I think I could, well, yeah, that, or I could make Moki really, really dumb, like dumb enough that they think he's a horse instead of a man, but like with the
Moki
upper
is
half.
already dumb,
Yeah,
though.
I guess you're right.
Wow, guys.
Also, if it doesn't turn him into a horse, it does nothing.
Remember when he had 8 intelligence?
That was good times.
How much time has passed?
I respected
10
that.
intelligence.
I respected that, Moki.
Yeah, it's been probably about an hour.
Nice, it's 6.
It was negative at one point.
Yeah, David, I'll also, I'm heading this in.
Experience spaghettification. Lose all your
I'm going to try to get a carriage.
Wait, we got there so early.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just went.
Yeah.
Like, these guys took 2 hours off track.
Like, I have to
It should
talk
have
to people
taken us
and
20
hide and skulk like a little bitter.
These guys are...
Took a whole day.
I'd say these guys are basically, you guys, because they just moved on, they did one thing and then moved on. Their whole job was 2 hours, so they're at least 2 hours behind you, but then also do 2 in directions, so 3 hours at least behind. Which does mean that Cicero is leaving the town before Moki gets back. So actually, yeah, Cicero notices...
How much would a carriage to this place cost?
Just to get through the city, 1 gold. Oh. Just along the whole main road for a day.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
Is it?
I'll say the same thing about
It's
the
$10.
penalties. The money.
It's $10 if this was the 60s. That's a lot.
So it's more like $60.
Yes.
That's carriage fare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 22-hour carriage ride is a long
They don't
time.
have, and they don't have like casual like cargo like unless you're just like asking a random farmer, can I have a
I don't know, I don't know if they have official carriage services.
yeah, exactly. I was
that's what I need to look for.
Or you're like saying, can I give you 5 silver to hop on the back of your wagon and get that? You're doing it the good way.
I mean, I need to take a nap. Actually, no, I don't. I forgot I don't.
You can go to the cheaper option is all I'm saying. But you make it
carriage
out of the city without the exhaustion and there's no major check. But you're noticing that Sophia is having an argument.
Yeah,
A fair way up.
As I'm
with
leaving
grass.
the gate, I'm going to do a little... You know what I mean?
Which type? You day?
Human, brown-haired, human, peasant-looking dude.
Yeah, the carriage costs like 1 gold.
And what do you want the pen to be? Give me a minute. Give me one.
I just put it in my pocket.
A little clicky clack. A little disguise, huh?
It becomes a little pocket watch in your...
Useful.
Or just like it looks like it is the chain of a pocket watch. Yeah.
I mean, I'm like city peasant, not farmer peasant. I'm probably like a I don't know, laborer, a dock laborer or something.
Your most expensive item on you is that watch.
Yes, I'm leaving because I'm going to get robbed of my pocket watch.
And about an hour journey
You get
onto the road.
Good.
You're still on the carriage of the guy you paid. He's willing to drive you a little further out of town if that's what you wanted. You get to a point where you notice Sophia, redhead, small, standing on the side of the road, yelling at grass, pointing back at the other side of the road saying, "Where is something?"
Pretty sure you had the web monkey.
Thank you, good sir.
The lights!
So I see Sophia in the side of the road.
Yeah, she's talking to tall grass.
Yeah.
And pointing back at the other direction opposite that grass she's talking to. But shitty roll.
Oh my god, my rolls today.
You notice first, it's literally just Ray's orange hand and his, like, what is it called, sword held. He's not on the road, he's still like 30 feet in the grass, but you just see, like, furry hand clutching sword hilt.
Hood up, dark mode engaged.
What the fuck? Who is it? Oh shit, this around?
I notice a little more frazzled.
But he ran away, but he's coming back, I think.
Cicero, where are the others?
Yeah, where are they?
Says from the bush.
Still in the city.
His little ears.
Did you get his
Has Cornell been healed?
It's such a long story.
What do you mean?
Did you get his monkey's kids? Are they? Please tell me.
It is 7 p.m. We are waiting 3 more hours.
Oh, it's been about 2 hours, so about 9 p.m. now.
9 p.m. Okay, and
An hour or 2 hours.
Probably on my way back.
Oh. Yeah, you'll be close.
We're preparing for an ambush because it appears that things will not go well tonight.
It appears. How do you know?
Well, I asked myself a question and I came back with that it doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good in my stomach.
He just went like quiet and then went,
Please don't tell me you have like a person inside of you too.
No. I just have ancestors that I rely on.
Right.
What happened to Cornell?
So Jonathan and Cornell went to a temple to try to fix him.
Yes.
And Jonathan found like his old master.
Good.
The Shaper of Souls. Who put Cornell into a stasis.
I don't know what that word means.
He sealed Cornell, like his body and everything, inside Jonathan, or inside of an item on Jonathan. Just imagine like a room, but it's inside of another, like a dream. You have dreams, right?
Oh, okay.
Imagine there's a room inside of a dream.
Yes.
And that dream is inside of Jonathan.
So Jonathan is dreaming about Cornell locked in a room?
I guess. I don't know why he did that, but then...
So Cornell is still alive?
I think so. I think that he just put him in sort of like a protective
so
coma,
he's protecting him.
Sort of. You know what a coma... My wolves around here. A coma, you know what a coma is, right?
I suppose
it's
so.
like being unconscious for a long time.
So
I think he's inside Jonathan, I guess, yes. And Jonathan said that his master told him that he has to go on a divine quest to find a magical, like well, or like some sort of font of power, because a void tear to the plane of undead has opened up somewhere, and it's going to get bigger and bigger until it eats the world and everything dies.
Oil of invisibility. Sorry, Aiden.
Yeah.
And it does only link it back to the caster, so let me double check. Third level, so that would be 2 minutes.
Nice.
It would be technically also off who created it, but I would still say... I still say 2 minutes.
It's an ancient potion.
2 minute oil.
2 minute oil.
Is staring at us?
It does. It looks like it's staring at you, and it's not on the path or the trail ahead. It's kind of very much off in the direction that Ray was trying to like hide a spot from the side of the road where he would be, and have you to do a bit of ambushing. But it's as that wolf and that distant howl and that wolf becomes apparent. Very quiet, distant.
Okay, I'm going to go back into the bush. Sophia! Get her away from here. Sophia!
bonuses, giving you a +1 to any weapon that isn't perfect. Your bud. Divine favor once again.
Wait for you to roll really low on every attack.
It will.
Okay, Sophia rolled the 3 for you.
Magical bonuses to my weapons do not work.
It does get +2, and our stealth is okay.
And David, I have like 90 seconds.
Go and shit your brains up, bro.
Don't say that.
But it's funny.
Okay, well, this is kind of perfect time.
Yeah, 24 stealth.
Aiden is going to be sad. What did Aiden get in terms of stealth? You can roll.
9.
9, cool.
That's before, but I assume you just use the same roll.
There is a kind of dark amber glow from the top of the road. Okay. That sound becomes very present to you, so you slow your motion when you're maybe 100 meters off the road. So you're about I don't know the meter to feet difference, but I think you're about 500 feet off the road. So you can now, at this angle, see the road, see the path it was leading up to, and see that now from that path ahead, there is movement.
While I was at the camp, I shaved.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't think...
My children would never
I got
recognize
my
me.
hair shorter.
That's it.
I don't think you could do that.
Alright.
Even...
You can do a shit job.
Even... Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, even shaving, you're shaving with a dagger that you haven't sharpened since you got it.
That's a good point.
Doesn't mean you know, like you were using it for all of the natural things, but yeah, when you're pulling your hair, you're also pulling it out as well. So yeah, the beard's easy. The hair, it's
I just like go right here and then tie the rest in the knot.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you untangle it all, it would look like shit, but yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't change things. Ray, you realize that as you're whispering to like get down and get quiet, all of a sudden you guys can't hear each other talk. So you hear Sophia just go like in front of you, very angry in her face.
I'm gonna have the oil like prepared in my hand, ready, not using it yet, but
something is put over, visible to the outside, other than when you're inside of it. There is no sound. When you try to make words escape your mouth with sound, they are instantly muffled and muted. Like you might be able to hear words muffled in your own word. Nothing outside is audible. It's a line of black soldiers wielding spears that look to be producing a type of fire that is constantly burning. Most of these guys just have the spear kind of like up the arm and like on them, just out, ready, blocking the main road.
I will tap Sophia's shoulder. And I'll just say...
And I will turn around and begin to...
She just like tries to like, sit down and then like crunch into a ball and get as small as she can.
As they're moving past, I'll slowly move 30 feet to the side to see if I can get out of the radius of whatever this is.
You start to hear all of the natural animal sounds about 20 feet stepping away from where you were. Yeah, but there's no rustling up until your foot steps into that. There's rustling.
Does it seem like I can hear things from behind me where I just came out of?
Now, yeah, where you're hearing it, it's kind of like there's no sound in the just close proximity, but just past that, there is a lot of sound. It's very strange to have that be in what you were just in. Now you're kind of being assaulted by the sounds of multiple dozens of suits of metal. I didn't.
How far away are they?
From you, they're probably 60 feet. I mean, I will, if we need to, I'll get them out. But,
thus means there isn't.
Someone steps forward from between the soldiers, and while they're all wearing black, he is not. He's holding a great sword. His helmet is tufted with like red feathers in kind of like a Roman style.
I like it.
Shoulder mantles lined with gold. Symbols of the fire of the perdition also of Krueler, mimicking Cornell's symbols you have seen before on his former attire. Full plated, gauntleted armor. A soldier that is unlike the rest of the people in the front. And Moki, you're the first person alongside Cicero to hear Heron speak.
I am here to advocate for the extermination of smugglers. Show yourselves, those who would steal the calves of centaurs.
You and Sophia cannot.
Me and Moki can.
There,
he's outside of the silence.
your extermination in accordance with the temple is...
And then out from another few sets of armor, you see a kind of cream-horned, green-tinted skin tiefling there.
Exotic.
Monarch. Oh, I'm sorry, I should also mention a crocodile hide studded leathers.
Okay.
I, Monarch, advocate for their protection. Like me, looks can be deceiving. Despite their weaknesses. If we are correct, they came out here to rescue the children. They are not carrying children with them, which means they must not be the smugglers.
And you see Heron and the other man, Greenskin, look back through the group, through the core group of Perdition soldiers. Monarch, the Greenskin one.
Oscar, you may make the final call on this group.
Loki,
It's on the road in the open.
you are now visible.
They live or die.
See a character with
Come on, more enthusiasm!
currently hooded, with a long cloak billowing behind him. He wears sort of an armored variation upon a monk's habit, with a sort of bluish mantle that leads into semblances of maybe a breastplate, and then he wears this long chainmail skirt as well. Simple leather legs and boots. You see one of his arms is clad in full plate that leads onto this large shoulder mantle, and then the other side is just slightly reinforced with primarily leather garments as well.
One shoulder as large as the massive armored knight that falls for your execution to begin with.
You see from beneath the hood long white hair and glimpses of bright sapphire eyes. Otherwise, most of his features are hard to see.
In the Perdition, completely black armor with only spears and swords that look like they can combust and ignite anything they touch. While those weapons are always prepared, rarely ever are they demonstrated in the public's view. Now, outside the city's walls, are challenged with the threat.
Oscar! Side for us, brother. Live or die.
We have no proof among their actions. We should let them live until they do something wrong.
Aaron speaks up and kind of half tries to cut you off.
But if the temple called for their extermination, Monarch says, you trust the words of every old man? They are not here. Use your eyes. Judge the people, not the voices that call to their death.
It is in that moment that there is another sound. what you might consider a series of detonations further up the mountain of the track they just came. The soldiers are not facing, and shadow obfuscates that distance. The steps you could mix with that of like a building exploding, but it's lower to the ground. It's quaking the earth and it's shattering whatever is making that sound. Ray and Sophia, the four of you are the first ones to notice armor of that of a giant. And a tiny bone skull at its head begins to loom in the shadows over the back of the Knights of Perdition. And a massive arm of just bone reveals a broken, hacked greatsword, which it raises above the heads of the ones who look down on you. Big fish, little fish.
Jesus fuck.
Fucking hell.
And with an enormous broken greatsword, that's why I got him away. With an enormous broken greatsword, he swings down towards Oscar's head, and that is where we will end the episode.
Alright, Jake, so we need another character. Come on, keep it rolling.